Like, hello, friends, family, people that know me, people that don't. Greetings. Welcome to the stream that is before Thanksgiving because I figured I might as well do one. I mean, I'm not going to do one tomorrow. So, I have some things I want to talk about because I'm not sure what Roy wants to do here. I think he said he wants to do the Flopside Hunter trial, and oh boy, it's it's something. I'm not gonna tell him yet. Tell me what. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. It'll be fun. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Don't worry about it right now. Right now, your best bet is to just do it, and you'll be fine. Okay, so just set up this camera real quick. Oh, I want to put it a little bit this way actually because it's like, yeah, because the charger is like in a really dumb spot. The yes, the best game. I'm actually gonna do this. Hold on a second. There's something I want to do first. It's really important. So just give me 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can do it. So while Kyle does that, hi guys. Roy's here right now. That's me. I think. Oh no, it won't work like that. It won't work like that. No, that sucks. I thought I could do like another thingy mabobber, but no. But oh, there it was. I thought I broke it for a second there. Sorry about that. All right, we're good. Everything's fine. Although for some reason I feel like the thing's smaller now. That's wrong button. Why does it feel like it's so much smaller now? I ain't noticing. Do you not notice that? That's where it's smaller now. Maybe that's just me though. Looks fine to me. We'll see how it goes. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So yeah, so Roy's gonna do 100 trials again. Did I already do the 100 trials? Yeah, but you got to do the flop there one. Oh, true. Good point. That's my thing freaking out. Oh, you grabbed the black remote. Yeah, these remotes are a little weird. Oh, are they? Yeah, they don't work right. I would. Hold on, can I get the blue one back? Sure. All right, we can do that then. Hold on a sec. I'm only doing this because here's the thing. It doesn't like when you do the thing. All right. Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash. Wait, why does it say that I have all the pure hearts? Because you have all the pure hearts. You're fine. Oh, am I? Yeah, you're good. I think I think of this. I thought for a second I was like screwed or something like that. I don't know. All right. Now, here's the thing. That's sorry. What I want you to do is, first of all, we gotta talk about the bit of 100 row. Although, why does Luigi look so much smaller than I remember being? Yeah. Yeah. Why is Luigi so damn small? All right. So first of all, yeah, go up, go up. All right, I can do that. Because first thing I want you to do is I want you to go in front of the White Tower. Oh sure, yeah, I can. Okay, I can do that. I'll tell you something. I love the little like the whooshing sound.
All right, so what do I do now?
Turn to Mario.
All right, Mario.
I'll go into 3D.
3D. You have to go this way.
Yeah. I'll jump up. I'll go to the left and then jump up there.
Oh, I completely forgot about this. I can get up here, right? Yeah, I can. All right. So I can. You know what? I'm gonna destroy it with Bowser.
You're gonna destroy it as Bowser.
Yeah, why not? It's just one block. It's just kind of sitting there. There we go. Go in here. Although I don't really see the point. Why am I up here? Also, why is Mario so damn quiet? Oh?
You have to use Piccolo.
I see that.
You got a chest!
What the heck in the world could be inside of it?
You got a Merly card.
Sweet.
Now, I want you to go to the outskirts, because I believe there's another block like that.
Is there?
Yeah. So with the third heart pillar would be, that should be where it is.
Alright. I can remember that. I didn't know Piccolo could do that.
Not a lot of people know about that secret.
I can definitely see why. Kind of obscure.
Yeah, it's a bit obscure, but honestly, it's kind of a cool little secret.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool, I guess.
Oh, I love it!
Mario gets the stomp sound effect. I love that. That's really cool. Roar. Oh, what?
You have to use Boomer, or you can also use Suddenly.
Yeah!
Yeah, so you're gonna go for the Flopside one, right?
Uh-huh.
The Flopside Pit of 100 Trials?
The bottom.
You're gonna go for it?
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
Alright.
So, where is it? I don't know why I turned to Mario.
Go to the left.
Alright.
Stop. Go into 3D.
Oh, that's 3D. What in the... Oh! What? Hold on. I didn't see this coming. Where the heck am I?
You're behind the stained glass. And you get another thing.
I get another chest. Look at that.
You got the intro chat.
Is that in the Flopside version?
Nope. It is only in this. Or at least I think it's only in this.
Alright, so where's that box you told me about? Is it down here?
I believe so, yeah.
You don't remember?
It's been a while since I've done this. Leave me alone.
I know. It's just like you're usually pretty good at this.
Oh, this is there not? I thought there was.
Maybe misremembering.
Maybe. But yeah, okay, so that should be it. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to go to the top of the thing. The flip side tower.
Okay, alright. I used to return five, but I didn't mean to press it. Oh.
You press no.
I don't want to go there. It's boring.
I'm afraid of the color white. Even though, you know, I should be afraid of the color black. You know, because it's a void back there. Look at it. The purple head is a black. It's very interesting. I would... Where are you going?
I don't know.
Go to the right.
Right.
Gotta jump off.
Ah! I got a ground pound.
You got a ground pound.
Ow! My ass.
Your ass.
My poor ass didn't deserve such a thing.
Actually, you know, you should have gone to chapter 7 and healed.
You want me to? It shouldn't take that long.
They can do that if you want to.
I'm doing it.
All right, Roy's gonna heal.
Heal.
So basically, you just wasted like a minute or so.
Who cares?
Go into chapter 7-1 and heal yourself.
I'm really thankful this is here because I just don't want to deal with it.
Exactly. That's probably why they made it.
It's a free heal, pretty much.
Yep. So he's back here. He's just here to heal though.
Nice. 21 HP.
Yeah, trust me, you're gonna need it. All right, so all you have to do is go to the flop side.
Alright, I can do that.
Thankfully, you got a pipe that goes there.
I'm so glad you told me about that. 'Cause my god, that would have been so bad if I had to go all the way back there. That would suck.
They kind of would, yeah.
Yes. Go inside this.
All right, Roy. Now all you have to do is go to the outskirts of the thingy bobber, and you'll be fine.
Alright, I'll find it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, just turn to 3D, and you'll be fine.
I want to save first.
Roy saves. All right.
So, you wanted to talk about some?
Oh yeah. So tomorrow, G5 is getting itself a new thing.
What the? Wait. What? Hold on a sec.
Tippy.
Oh. Anyway, go on.
Yeah. So tomorrow, G5 gets a new chapter, and in it, Spike's gonna be in it.
Really?
Yeah,
Why bring him back?
because Spike is great.
Well, I guess I can't argue with that. Does this need Piccolo too?
It should, yeah.
Can I just smack it with Cudge and then that'll be that?
Nope.
I don't think I've heard Luigi's yet. Sweet. I just listened to some music.
Now you get to open this chest. You got an Earl card.
Sweet. I don't even need it.
Very. I kind of wish it would just do the dump, and then that shit.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, you don't need Piccolo for anything else, I don't think.
Alright. Go back to Mario then. You know what? I'm gonna do Dash Shell.
Yeah, press 1.
Holy shit, look at how fast I go!
Yep, you go really quick for some reason.
Oh, quick! Oh, what the?
That'll open the last area. You don't want to do that yet.
Oh, alright. Look how quick you go.
You do go pretty damn quick.
Oh, it's a little impressive how quick you go in this. Hold on a sec. Wait!
I honestly should have gotten. I should have told you about the pixel quicker or earlier. Sorry, but you fell off.
I can't control this damn speed, dude. He's going so quick.
I mean, you are playing as Luigi.
I guess that makes sense. Does the characters go quicker than one another?
Go down that hole.
Alright.
Oh, I thought there was gonna be something down there. Sorry.
That's alright.
Yeah, go down the pipe for a second.
Sure.
Bum ba dum bum ba dum bum ba dum ba da 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 dum bum bum ba dum bum ba dum bum bum bum.
Is there no This one?
I think there is something back there.
How do you get to it though?
Boomer?
I can try.
Oh, actually, before you go to the haunted trial, I want you to use your thing.
Huh?
I want you to use I want you to go down to the thingy bobber, and I want you to get go to the cook place.
All right, where's that?
It should be down. It should be down a level.
I have to go all the way back. Oh, that sucks.
Not technically. Just go back. Just keep going, and you'll find I think eventually you'll find the Flopside Hunger Trials. Before you go in there, I want you to do the I want you to get to the place.
All right, I can do that.
You're gonna just break the.
Listen, I don't really care much about what's going on over there, so I'm just gonna skip it.
Course you are.
Luigi deserves hitting this switch. Oh,
Yeah, you need sleep.
Sleep.
And now you get to smack it. You're using Luigi. Yeah! That was pretty satisfying to watch.
all right, we're gonna go there once I figure out what Kyle's talking about.
Yeah, you need to do that first.
All right, is there anything in 3D here?
I don't think so.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, I didn't know he was there.
Did you not?
No, I didn't know he was there. Although I don't think you need him for anything, so
All right.
yeah, it's up to you. Do you want to do the Flopside 100 trials?
Sure. You know, why not? It's in here. I saw a chest, so I want to get that.
Oh, actually, I kind of want you to talk to this guy.
Who?
The bartender.
There's a couple chests over here. I'll grab a few.
You got a golden card! A card that allows you to play a hidden arcade game.
Wait, what?
You'll find out later.
It's in here.
You got a cookie dispy! Oh, baby. Thank you for saying that. I knew you were going to. Okay, so this guy, this is Carson.
All right.
I want you to talk to him.
Sure. Okay, I can do that.
Come in, hang loose. This is the Beveragarium underground. The over there.
Hey, what were you just there?
Yeah. Oh, the owner of this pad. The name's Carson. So, okay, good to see you, etc. Listen, in my line of work, I heard gossip. Even gossip I don't give a hoot about. But who knows? Somebody might actually care about this stuff. Maybe that somebody do. So, okay, if you ever want to talk, you know where to find me. In this spot. For just a few coins, I'll tell you some interesting stories. I'm not even kidding.
All right.
You here for a story? I can tell you what I call more Flipside history for 10 coins. Interested? Okay, so I want to tell you about this. You don't need to know about this, but I want to tell you about it anyway. He'll tell you the backstory about the Black Minions.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, going to 3D?
Ready? Oh,
Yeah, I want to show you this. It's really interesting.
all right.
Go to the left and go up, and then jump.
What the?
Yeah, talk to this guy.
Hi there, I'm Flam, the map chap. I sell the hidden mysteries of the world here. So are you into maps or what? Because this chap is. Oh, these maps I sell? They've got great pictures. Pictures of treasures. Each map shows you where to go. And if you find the treasure, it's yours. So what do you think? I mean, that's cool, right? You're here, so buy one. Do it. Pick a map. Oh.
Okay, so I want to tell you about this. These maps You don't need the maps to find the treasures.
I figured that'd be the case.
Here's the thing. You don't need to do this, but this can be really useful for you if you want to just get money quick.
Alright. I don't need to learn about the Carson stuff, do I?
No, I can tell you about them.
Alright.
I can tell you them for free.
That's...
It'll pay you $10.
I don't have $10.
You cheap. You cheapskate.
I tell you.
Oh yeah, I gotta put the link in the thingy bobber.
Alright, so what am I doing?
Oh, you want to go to the book place?
Right here?
Yep.
Oh, hello there.
All right. So, I want you to know about this because this is important.
You will eat now, Schnitzel!
Oh my God, no.
This is cooking laboratory called Hot Fraud. Here we grab flavor and we spank it. You bring 2 ingredients, and then we make treats so tasty you cry like baby.
Uh.
And now we cook for you. First ingredients now. What in the world?
Yep. 2007 wasn't it a great time in life?
It really wasn't at all.
All right. So I want you to know about this. Do the power stick
Steak.
and hot sauce.
That's us. You want I should cook with a power stick on the hot sauce? Yes, I do. You wait. I cook schnitzel.
You're Schnitzel, apparently.
Rada.
Thank you for making it the chowder one.
Slice on the simmer now. We must make chow. Oh, I don't know what she said.
That shit went too fast.
Completion. Now you will eat little bratwurst.
You got a spicy dinner. Tastes good going down and temporarily doubles attack.
Oh, whoops. This is the first time you make dish. Although we will add this to the recipe list. Remember this schnitzel. You find new ingredients, you will bring them here.
I told you to get that because so
Made from a big egg and a hot sauce. Actually, I used the power steak, but don't worry about that.
I believe it also heals you.
Does it?
Yeah, I think so.
Hmm.
Alright, so you're going for the 100 trials?
Yeah, sure. I want to get a couple things first, so.
Alright. Actually, I don't know if it actually does or not. Does it heal you? I think it does. It makes sense if it would. Are you gonna go to this guy?
Yeah. Yo.
How's life? Not so bad?
Not so bad after all. Alright,
You should use the stopwatch.
To be fair, this thing's helped me like a million times before, so.
Seriously though, if you guys haven't seen the rest of the episodes, for some reason, whenever Roy uses the stopwatch, it works ridiculously well.
I think I'll just take the shroom shake. What I got right now, actually, hold on. I'll check.
You don't have bad stuff.
I've got a couple ultra shrooms, a couple super shrooms, a couple live shrooms. I have enough room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You have enough room.
Alright.
But I would take another super shroom if I were you.
Alright.
Roy's about to do the Flopside 100 trials. He did the flip side last time, so he's gonna do the Flopside this time.
I'm actually kind of excited. I actually really like the 100 trials, so it's gonna be kind of cool seeing him again.
Yep. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. They're different layouts, by the way, so you gotta be careful of that.
Alright.
And what you have to do to actually get what you need can be a little iffy sometimes.
Alright.
The enemies are harder. I would recommend using the Ouija.
Really?
The super jump's really useful.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Alright, I'll use Luigi then.
You first tried the flip side once, so
to say? Flopside Pit of 100 Trials. Extreme danger! Stay out! Flopside City Hall. Well, screw you. I'm doing it anyway. This is the entrance to a dangerous dungeon called the Flopside Pit of 100 Trials. Once you go in, it's not easy to leave. Do you still want to go in? Yes. It's the same deal as last time, by the way. Every 10 floors you can leave. Alright. So while Roy's doing this, I want to talk about the G5 thing that's happening. Alright, sorry, sure, we can do that. You didn't see the trailer, did you? I don't think I did, no. Also, be careful. These enemies are ridiculously hard. Well, that does 2 damage instead of 1. Yeah, I know. It's a big deal. Big deal around here. It's more damage. Also, I just realized it's the same music. Yeah, they probably did that so you don't go crazy. Also, I would use Boomer. Boomer? Yeah, he's useful. Alright, we can do that. Boomer. Yeah, so while Roy does this, yeah, so G5 looks good. I mean, obviously it looks good. I knew that before, but so Spike's gonna come back in G5, and the thing is, I appreciate it, but like, why? How does he survive that? He's a dragon. They can't live for that long. They never know. I guess that's true, but like, seriously, I don't know how he can survive. Literally, was he the reason why the dragons left? Did Spike just say, "Hey, dragons, guess what? All the ponies are kind of having a war at the moment, so we're gonna just leave"? Jeez. Like, is he? I guess he's the Dragon Lord now, but like, how did he become the Dragon Lord? Did he become the Dragon Lord after Ember died? Is Ember still around too? Is Ember his mate? Did he mate with Verity? Did he ever go out with her? I mean, I'm excited to find out. It's just like, it's cool to see him, but it's like, why? How does he survive all this? Oh, so wait, I gotta kill Mango. It's really important. Yeah, I mean, I get what you mean though, because the thing is, it looks good. I mean, he looks good. He looks better than the main 5 Zeros. Yikes. I mean, to be fair, he correlates into CGI pretty well. They had to put at least one character from G4 into the story. I mean, that's what they did for G3, wasn't it? Like, they added some villains and some characters from G4. Yeah, but at least with that, it at least kind of made sense. This one is a little weird. I mean, they do that for every other series, so I guess it makes sense. But like, it kind of depends on how you feel about G4. If you like G4, I like G4. But if you like it, then it's like, it's like one thing if you like it, but if you don't like it and it's like, here comes Spike for some reason, it's like, I don't know. It's like, they don't really have an explanation of how he survived. They need to explain, hey, this is how Spike survived them going, like, all these years of the ponies being separated. Maybe he's the reason why the dragons left. Who knows? Maybe he became this Dragon Lord, like, after Twilight and her friends, I don't know, died or something, or while the separation was happening. Maybe Twilight was like, hey, Spike, can you handle the dragons? And he's like, sure. And then he just became this Dragon Lord or something like that. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. I mean, I like G5, but like, it feels like it's kind of forcing Spike into it, if you know what I mean. Unless they give like a really good explanation of how it can be there, it feels like it's kind of forcing it. Do you even like the main 5? Oh yeah, I like them fine. They're great. They're great characters. I'm curious and a little confused of how Spike's backstory is going to be explained. I guess that makes sense. I mean, what's your thoughts? I haven't seen this trailer. I haven't seen like the announcement yet. Ow. But from what I hear from you, it seems. I mean, if they want to bring back Spike, then that's fine. But like, you're right. They have to have an explanation of how he can survive. after all these years, and it's like if they don't do that, then like, what's the point of having Spike back?
Exactly. See, you get it.
And I feel like thing two is, I feel like you're kind of right about it being a little forced because I feel like if they did it with any other character, because here's the thing, when they did the Twilight Sparkle thing and like they brought back they had the hologram, that at least kind of worked out, and like that made sense in like a situation where it's like it's a hologram, right? It's not the actual character. But when you say like it's the character himself and not like they just exist, it's like, well, how does that happen? How do you do that? How does this work?
You're gonna get hit.
Yeah, I know. It's whatever though.
You're doing a great job so far, by the way.
I do a lot worse in this than I had doing in the Flipside one, I'll tell you that. But no, I mean, it looks fine. I mean, it looks good. Thing is, it's just like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, they gotta bring back one character, you might as well bring them all back.
Or maybe Twilight and her friends are alive.
I doubt that. I mean, why would they brought back Spike, so I guess it's possible, but like, how would they survive? Plus, like, the person that made My Little Pony said, like, Twilight wasn't going to outlive her friends, which makes absolutely no sense, but
Maybe she's older.
why would they make her older than her friends, though? Like, I don't see the point.
I see your. I know what you mean, because the thing is, and I know this is just me, but I'm not like the biggest fan of G5. But even I'll admit, like, the characters are good, and like they explain Twilight at least well enough. But when you put in Spike, it's like you gotta have an explanation of how that's gonna work, and you can't just say he survived, and then that's that. You have to give a reason why he survived. You know what I mean? And it's like I feel like they're going to give him like a background. They're gonna be like, oh, I survived by doing this and that. But I feel like it'd be better, or maybe like more believable, if it was like he survived like using magic. If he learned how to use magic like Twilight and her friends did, and he's like, hey, I used Twilight's magic, or I used Rarity's magic, or I used magic from somebody to survive the ponies breaking ties, and it's like, at least with that at least kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I guess I see what you mean though. We'll see how it goes.
It looks good though. Spike looks good, and I mean it's believable enough, I guess. If you were to say that Spike was alive and survived, I guess it'd be fine, but like I want something more than that. I don't want just he survived and then that's that. I want a reason why he survived. I don't want him to just survive and then that be the end of the story.
I guess I know what you mean though.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes though. I mean, we only got one day, and like the worst that can happen is that they just don't explain it. Even if they don't, I'd still be like, oh hey, that's kind of cool that they brought Spike back.
Spike,
Sparky Sparkaroni.
I still can't believe they named him that.
I know, it's such a dumb name, isn't it?
What kind of a name is Sparky Sparkaroni?
Hitch said, you know what? I want to make him the most unique dragon name ever spawned in my life. And, well, he decided on that.
Yeah, I mean, first time I heard that, I was like, what the hell kind of a name is Sparky Sparkaroni?
He must like macaroni, maybe.
It's like, that's like the dragon version of macaroni, Sparkaroni.
I can see that. I can see that being the case.
Can't get rid of this guy.
So far, you're doing pretty good.
Where the hell is this guy going? But yeah, I mean, it looks good, but yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yep. So how are you?
I'm doing all right. I mean, I can't complain. I just got to level 13 or 14 of the Flopside 100 trial.
Oh, I want to tell you this: the enemies don't spawn items as much. So if they spawn in items, you want to use them sparingly.
I get that. Yeah.
Luigi's gonna have a mild concussion after that.
Poor Luigi.
To be fair, you're at least playing as him.
Well, you said Luigi was the best bet, so
Nice hit.
I hate these things so much. They're so obnoxious. Ah!
They can explode him from the pipe. Yeah, there you go.
I have 700,000 points.
That score is ridiculously great.
I tried to super jump on him and it said no.
You'll probably be fine. I think one of the Goombas might have it.
What the key?
Yeah, see?
Thank goodness. What happens if the time? I asked this last time. He didn't really answer me. But what happens if the timer runs out?
I think you get sent back into the first area.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. It kind of sucks.
All right, I want to get rid of this guy.
Nice hit.
I figured I might as well just combo him.
Now, where's that door?
There it is.
So, what are your thoughts on what are your thoughts on the Five Nights at Freddy movie? You haven't watched it yet, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. You haven't seen it either, to be fair, though.
I haven't seen it because I'm not a big fan of the game. It just gets so complicated after a while. Like, there's so much lore and shit.
Is there?
Yeah, apparently.
I don't know. I haven't played it either, so there.
There was just a couple of weirdos that play Mario.
That's how it goes.
Okay, so I want to ask you this now because this might take a while. How long or not? What game do you want to do next? I know you said Galaxy, but I'm not sure if you want to like actually do Galaxy. You just said that because you said that.
I kind of want to do Galaxy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm perfectly fine with Galaxy.
My God, that did 8 damage. Jesus. I want that. I need it. I need health.
You're gonna need that back.
Spicy dinner. Yeah, I wanted to heal.
Here's the thing too, and I know this is probably gonna just be me, but I just want to admit it. I don't know how I feel about them having hair. The dragons.
Do they actually have hair?
Yeah.
Why do they have hair?
I don't know.
This is a little silly to me.
You can get a lot of things from him.
I don't really want anything though. Oh, actually, you know what? I got an idea.
Oh, that's actually really smart.
Yeah, figured I might as well get like 2. Might as well just use one and then just get another one if he has one.
Yeah, that was a smart move. You're thinking.
I did it. I thought. Oh shit!
Actually, no, you'll be fine. Just use the thing.
Dredge room. I gotta get rid of this poison.
Thank goodness that dried shroom. You had that dried shroom. Otherwise, we'd have some problems.
I know. Thank goodness. Now I won't be poisoned. Now I'll just have food poisoning.
Wrong poison.
It gave me a different poison. Shit.
Uh,
I'll take another one. I might as well get 50.
50 HP.
You get out of here, dude.
They're giving you so many dried shrooms.
Stop giving me these. I don't need them.
At least it's healing you.
I mean, that's true, but like, I don't need it.
You got the key.
Thank goodness I can get out of this room then.
You're at level 21, right?
No, I'm at level 16.
No, I mean in the days.
Oh, no, yeah, I went 20.
Alright. But yeah, I mean, it looks good. I mean, it looks fine. What in the world?
Is anybody gonna?
Actually,
Oh, whoops! I didn't mean to do that.
that's actually not bad. Not a bad idea. Smart move.
Yeah, I just like doing that again.
I gotta tell you something. It's so weird. It's weird. It's weird hearing this music and not hearing the danger sound effects from the HP.
Why do you always hear it?
Yeah, I'm not that good at the 100 trials. You're doing pretty good though. So far, you're doing really good. You're doing at least better than I normally do.
Hmm. At least I can know I'm better than you. It's something. You're usually pretty good at games, so
Yeah,
I'll go back to Boomer.
Bowser might actually be a pretty good like addition to your squadron.
Bowser. Get rid of this dry bones and this pokey that I don't want to deal with right now.
He might give you a dried shroom.
Stop giving me these! I don't need them. If they were stopwatches, that'd be fine, but I don't need dried shrooms so much.
The game just wants you to give you dried shrooms. Nothing wrong with that.
There is something wrong with it. If I eat that thing, I'm gonna be dead.
It's actually one of those one of those mushrooms that'll hurt you.
Oh my god, what the hell's happening here?
You'll be fine. You'll Luigi.
Am I gonna be fine? I can't tell. Where the hell is this guy going?
Your attack went up!
Thank goodness. I did it. Someone did it. I said you. I don't know why I said you, but I did say you, and I'm sorry, and I apologize, and everything's fine.
You killed that guy.
I can go inside this door with in 3D, right?
Oh, you can. I didn't know you could do that. Huh.
I'm teaching you so much today.
You've only taught me one thing.
No comment. I gotta hate these things so much. It's so obnoxious.
Yeah, dark boosts kind of suck.
Like shadow boots.
Shadows?
Shadows. Yeah, exactly. Oh, jeez. Get out of here.
They at least killed him.
I hate them. I hate these rough puffs. They're too rough.
They're too rough.
I hate them. I got Thunder Rage.
You don't really need that. You don't need that either.
I don't need this. I don't need that. I don't need this. I don't need this.
I thought I was gonna keep going into your inventory.
I don't need those stupid poison shrooms, dude.
You do not.
I don't want. Oh, I want that though.
Just ignore that Spania. You'll be fine. Nice hit. Yeah, the 3D mechanic definitely helps a lot more in this area than it does in like any other. It's like where this is where your 3D definitely comes more in handy.
Oh no, not more. I'm getting out of here. I don't want to deal with these damn boos.
You're already at room 30. You're doing really good.
Nice. I got a Cooper card.
Finally, you can get Cooper.
Sweet. Who's Cooper?
He's from the original Paper Mario.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he was one of the partners.
That's cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, because you didn't play you didn't play the original Paper Mario. I, on the other hand, played the hell out of it. Yeah, you're like the Paper Mario guy. I want to get rid of this guy. Ow! Why did you hit me in the face? He hit you in the face using his face. He face hit me. He face hit you? He high faced me. He high faced you. What does that even mean, Roy? Good question, I don't know. You gonna just defeat the shadow real quick? That's really how it goes. No, it's wait, sir.
What's up?
Upside down.
Oh, damn it. Again?
That's the up.
Ah, that happens. Whoops. Not that one.
Alright, where the heck? That's it, by the way.
So,
Yeah, so we were just discussing G5. You didn't really miss much.
yeah. You know, there were a lot of questions when it came to G5 and, of course, about the end of the G4. Like, say, of course, only one answer for happened to the main six. Well, since all of them were mortal, so they would eventually die of old age or something. But there were some questions like, what happened to, like, say, Discord, Spike? There were a lot of questions since at first at the moment we didn't know how far in the future that the G5 was taking place. But roughly, my it is my belief it's about at least 300 years or so because um there are of course a few things that did mention in this tale you tell. Sunny's family had this blanket for 10 generations. And 10 generations in our world is roughly 350 years, give or take. And Queen Haven, the ruler of Separate Heights, she's mentioned that after she saw uh, the throne on the blankets, she said that her throne room hasn't even looked like that in centuries. So that's another hint that it has been at least a few hundred years, unless that Separate Heights may have already existed but way before even Twilight's rule. But there were no indication of any of that. So Discord is another hand. He is over 1,000 years old, even though he spent 1,000 years in a stone statue. So, but he is pretty much still alive. So, that's supposed to consider to confirm that he's still alive and that he's still kicking, even though he has a longer white hair, broken antler, or broken horn, or whatever it is. And another of those questions like, what about Spike? Well, here's the thing: we don't know exactly how long the dragons live for. I mean, they could live for just maybe 200 years or maybe 1,000 years. I mean, I doubt that they're immortal. But since the dragons in G5 have been in their hibernation uh, the whole time ever since the magic disappeared, so if that happened around shortly before during Twilight's reign, it's possible. It's possible that the dragons that went in hibernation, like Spike, they probably would even that their aging process wasn't affected by it because maybe that the lack of the magic, the dragons are somehow connected to the magic because they all went to sleep after the main magic and the quest had just gone, and now the magic is back again. They are just simply awake again. So it's possible that the dragons that their aging doesn't hasn't affected much during the whole hibernation sleep. So the dragons that can be seen in the recent trailers can may likely be the dragons that was still um, could have been born sometime before the magic disappeared, and that they are also could have been around the time as been seen. Spike didn't doesn't even look any much different than from the year 4 ending, except that he was more bipedal walking. But now in this trailer that he'd been seeing, he is quadrupedal, meaning that he walks on four legs. So it's possible that he may had this might have had taken place when he got even older. And in this G4 ending episode, it's hard to tell exactly how old Spike were, but if I would give a guess, maybe in his early to mid 20s, like maybe it's like Roy is. And and since that happened,
Hmm.
and I assuming at least that I mean we don't for her first of all that we don't know exactly we don't know if the dragons age at the same rate as the ponies do, or if they age twice, two, 10 times slower, and then compared to a pony is. I mean, we don't even know that. We don't even know if the dragons age slower compared to ponies are. I mean, the same thing is there. The ponies are mammals. The dragons are reptile. So this might be that. But also thing is that based on what Dragon of Spike's new look, it's likely that he may have went to sleep around after he turned some years later. After that, well, it's a little bit difficult to say exactly when. Maybe Spike might explain that in those episodes when they will tomorrow. That's when they will being released. Um, but assuming if that's possible, that Spike did went to sleep along the other dragons. Um, uh, maybe when he's a little bit older, because the first one in G4 he looked to be in around mid to early 20s. In the new one, he looked to be in if he's supposed to be in like maybe early 30s to maybe late 30s, something like that. It's hard to tell. We don't even know exactly how much dragons' aging process is. If they're 2 times slower in their maturing age or like that, we have no idea. There were no explanation in much that, and but in dragons itself, well, I would say Spike is probably in his late 20s and early 30s, give it a guess. And there was still a lot of speculation about that they could have been Spike. Other thought maybe it was someone related to him. Maybe I don't know. Maybe one of his children, or maybe one of those descendants in the future. Who knows? But it was proven to be Spike. But based on the new trailer that was released, it is not the same voice actor for Spike in the G4. Another thing about this, also that is going to
I
be
mean, that
in this
makes
movie.
sense. Why would he have the same voice actor if he's older?
Mm, true. I mean, considering that Spike when he was still a baby dragon, that can make sense. But when he was in the last episode of
Hmm.
G4, when he was a bit older, I would assume that they might have even had a different voice actor when he is a bit older, have someone where had going through puberty, or maybe someone who is in their young adult age. And I mean that would have made sense in that part, but this And as this new Secrets of Starlight, well, that's another thing about it. It's there were some discussions maybe if this has something to do with Starlight Glimmer, but it's at this moment it's hard to tell because based on the trailer that I saw, based on it, they open a portal and they somehow transport it to this mysterious land where there are unicorns, and one of them are named Violet Frost. She kind of looks like almost if she could be related to Starlight. Maybe she's a descendant of her, but it's hard to say. And yeah, so it's very difficult to say for like that. But they also introduced a new type of character or a species, a flying jaguar. Had the same type of purple as Twilight's colors and it with wings, feathered wings. That type of creature do actually reminds me of one other creature from a different series called Elena of Avalor. There are some jaguars that are some guardians which has this very similar look. So, but based on this trailer that I saw, that it might be the protagonist or the villain in that special movie, but it's early to say for me, but it's if this would have been somehow related to Starlight, well, it might be possible that she might be the descendant of Sunburst and Starlight. I mean, considering that there has been tons of um, shippings between him and Starlight. Considering that they were from the same small town, they know each other since they were young, so it's a lot of explanation in that part. But it's pretty difficult to say if she has some connection to Starlight Glimmer, if this has anything to do with Starlight Glimmer, because it said just start secrets of Starlight. It may not have anything to do with Starlight Glimmer, but it might still have it or not. It's just right now, it's a lot of speculation in that. And about Spike, in the same trailer, they revealed that he's the new Dragon Lord. But the title Dragon Lord isn't passed down from one person to another, like if it is a royal title. Because this happened in the G4 that the dragons had to had to fight in a some sort of test against each other who can reach the scepter first. And but it might be some difference. Maybe could have been changed. Who knows? And considering for some other things about the Dragonlance, in G4, Dragonlance was going completely barren wasteland. Only dragons were able to live there. But then in G5, it turned out to be a flush, flourish rainforest of some kind. And so right now, it's difficult to say what about this. Those three remaining episodes of G5 is going to be. I also read that um, Secrets of Starlight was originally intended to be Chapter 7, but that changed during the production. And it's just still a lot of things about this that are
Well, that guy's
about
toasty.
and that
Hmm.
in the G5 in the last no
Well,
those
maybe
three
Secrets of
episodes
Starlight is gonna be like related to like I don't know Princess Luna or something. That'd be cool. Hmm.
uh it's difficult to tell. I mean they only had on the MLP G5 Wikia it only been mentioned on this two unnamed characters, which one is actually been named Violet Frost. and and of course, I'm very one curious to know what this flying jaguar has on purpose. And I mean, even is that Opaline, she used those trees as a connection in order to get to other towns like Sefer Heights, Merton Bay, and Bridlewood um, in order to steal the cutie marks. And she managed. Even in the Tell Your Tale, the cartoon
Oh.
version, she did steal the main six, the main five's cutie marks, but somehow they used the trees to summon some unusual type of magic in order to get the back. But I mean, it's a bit difficult to say on that. And G5 actually still making comic books still, and I even read. Well, I mean, not actually read, but I did read some part of a character that's a unicorn. She made friends of two zebras. So the zebras are currently back, well, in a comic version. And now knew that the Matthew Mark is going to end, but the series isn't ending entirely. But it's going to continue with the web series on YouTube. But I do wonder if those episodes are going to be continued to be just 5 minutes or 20 plus. And as this series began, they were actually announcing it's going to be for special feature films, even if it's from the start. Uh, hang on.
Hmm. Yeah, but I mean, it's okay. By the way, can I mention something? Yeah, sure. You're actually doing really good. Like you're doing like really good because the flopside Hunter trials aren't that easy. Well, thanks. Guess I learned all this stuff from you, so it's like your ultimate test right here. Just to see if you've learned, or maybe you haven't. Hard to tell. Don't hit me. You're doing really good. Also, that guy just definitely just vanished. What the camouflage? I hate him. I would wait there for them to show up, and yeah, that's what I'm doing. Dang, Luigi's on a mission. Luigi said, "You know what? Oh, you can do that? Apparently.
Uh, I have a question to you guys. Even though you may not have seen much of the G5, but what do you think of Opaline as a character?
I mean, she's interesting enough. Very good villain. Yeah, I like her. Well, I don't like her, but you know what I mean. Like her as a villain.
Do you think she is capable of showing compassion and empathy?
Hmm. Well, she hasn't done it so far. But maybe.
Um, Personally, I will say no on that both. I mean, when she took the cutie marks from the other ponies, or when she stole the fire from Sparky, she had him hanging in a bubble outside from the window, and there was a drop out below him.
Seriously?
And when she had stole the fire from him, she would just release the bubble and let it fall to the ground. She didn't even care if he died or anything.
Yikes!
Yeah, and the dropout wasn't even
That's
that like
well.
it wasn't like 6 feet. I'd probably say uh maybe 20, 25, give or take. I don't know, but it was at least a big. It was far down. She didn't care if she was stolen the magic from fire, the dragon fire from Sparky, and based on he was nearly gray in color rather than green. And when she stole the cutie marks from Posey Blossom and Onyx, she didn't care. She didn't care if they couldn't even use the magic anymore. And even when in this trailer of G5 of Chapter 6, it's just still showing that she had two dragons with her and she doesn't care of any of that. So I don't think she even lacks of any empathy or compassion for anyone. And the reason is why to be that eventually I do believe what led up to this her lack of compassion and empathy, since she literally grew up around the same place as Celestia and Luna as a filly. And it was right at this time when those sisters discovered their true purpose about raising the moon and the sun. And other ponies praised them so valued, they loved them so much, and it was called the golden ponies or something like that. And that and even though that I believe that Opaline, who also was born as an alicorn, but the fire alicorn that she can use the fire element. I believe that she wanted to be her friend, but they just avoided her and and having such feeling of being rejection and believing that they were more superior because they can rule take care of the sun and the moon and presumably the stars. And that I believe mesh led to Opaline to believe that they didn't care of anything about other type of ponies and eventually led her to be feeling lack of empathy and compassion. That would eventually lead to one question: could she be reformed? I really highly doubt it, considering that she doesn't care of any others. And there is another character that very much I can see similar to Chrysalis. Because Chrysalis doesn't even care of anything as a friendship. Because in her words, friendship is like a disease, like an illness. And Tirak is another one of those. He didn't care of anything as long as that he was able to absorb all the magic that he could and be powerful. Cosiglo, well, that's another matter that is just a little bit different also. I mean, Cozy were just wanted to have the magic of friendship so she could be the next ruler or something like that. But the most similar closest character to Opaline, it would have been Chrysalis. Considering that Opaline doesn't share any signs of being friends with anyone, or all that she wants is just to rule the whole world without unity. She despises that the pony kind have once again reunited. So personally, I really doubt that there any way for her to be reformed. But I mean, if Luna and Celestia did in the past had even treated her like that in when they rejected her as being a friend and as they treat her equally, It's a possibility that she may not have the same, um, the same lack of passion, compassion, of empathy, and that she just simply would have been more trustworthy character, and she may have even been more, maybe could have been the cool ruler of the entire Equestria, or maybe she could have been given her own place, like Cadence in Shining Armor. They were given the Crystal Empire in order to make sure that that place was safe from Sombra and was peacefully ruled. So it's possible if Celestia and Luna were more compassionate to Bor and not avoided Opaline like that, accepted her friendship, it's possible that she may just simply have been more friendly and also like that. And but of course, if that had happened, everything that would inspire later on, like say the magic would have just vanished. It would never had happened. Like because it was Opaline who caused a mistrust in the society in the first place during Twilight's rule. Because in her mind, unicorns are better, superior than others. So if Opaline would have been more friendly towards the sisters and that in the past,
Um,
and eventually maybe that wouldn't have all the things that would eventually turn out later, that she wouldn't cause a mistrust, and and the magic wouldn't have vanished. The dragons wouldn't have left and to remain on the Dragonlands, and but those other places like Zephyr Heights, Briarwood, and Maritime Bay, is a question if those cities, those places would still be founded. They may still not be founded by it because based on what I do from my belief and sort of my based on this some information of from the first movie and some of the other sources of the series, is that Zephyr Heights was established sometimes during Twilight's rule, because there were some posters of like welcome posters to travelers to visit Maritime Bay and Briarwood. So it is presumed from that part that the city itself was established as an independent kingdom, and that it was established sometimes during the early days of Equestria's Twilight's rule, because it makes sense. Because why would you establish that city and an airport, well, and so sort of a station with posters with "Welcome to Maritime Bay" and Briarwood, if that was established sometimes after the magic disappeared? That would have been at the time when there were no trust between the kinds. Otherwise, it would make no sense. Why would you build a station and have posters of those two places that were one that's only for mainly for earth ponies and unicorns? After that, if those kinds hated each other, so why not? So it makes sense that that city was being built sometimes during, or perhaps even shortly before Twilight's rule, and those other places would have been established around the same time.
there it is.
So that it makes it that part.
Really
So
couldn't. Hold on a second. Sorry, we're back. All right, what was I doing? Oh, right, Hunter Trials.
but like I said, I believe those cities was established during the time of early days of Twilight's rule. I mean, it wouldn't make no sense if you would have been have this type of travel station at Zephyr Heights, posting welcome signs to both to encourage travelers to visit both the Bridlewood and Maritime Bay. If that was built sometimes after there was mistrust between the kinds, the, I mean, it doesn't make no sense. Why would you simply build a station and go to places that were in? I mean, just look at when Izzy went to Maritime Bay. Ponystair was so afraid. She was. They had these boxes in the ground. If a unicorn would have stepped on it, they would have probably been trapped there. And in fact, the Earth Ponies believed that the unicorns could read their minds with their horn and even shoot some lasers and fry their brain or something. And all that was complete BS. And so Opaline, well, at this moment, I really don't believe that she can be reformed. Even if she would have been approached after defeat, I I really doubted that she would be able to help.
Oh, thank
I mean, I
goodness.
really doubt that there's no way for that. Unless they had asked Discord for help. But in the end, I have a question about that. If he, even though that he were become friends with the main five, I don't know if he would even be willing enough to help them in order to stop opening. And that opening were from the same place as Celestia and Luna, around the same age. I think it's possible that if Celestia and Luna would have been more friendly towards her in the beginning, all this wouldn't have happened. I mean, I believe those cities would have been still been built and those ponies would still have been born, but who knows?
Hmm. Oh, Malachi said something. He said, honestly, they used Chrysalis too much as a villain on the show. I think they should have reformed her near the end because if the changeless could find the heart to learn friendship, then so could she. That's what they said. Hmm.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but it still is a puzzle to me that maybe that's only just. I mean, what if they were originally only planned for to be used 6 chapters all told together? Well, originally it was 7, but the Secret of Starlight. I mean, what if they were only just supposed to be those number of episodes or together? Maybe it just was going to be that. I mean, consider for one thing, G4 lasted for nearly 10 years. And they came in an announcement that Hasbro decided to end G4 to bring a whole new generation. Of course, there were a lot of mixed feelings within the fandom. And who would blame that? Since this show had been nearly a decade, for nearly 10 seasons, and it makes no sense in just simply that. But then,
Hmm.
Hasbro announced they would continue with season 10 as in the form of comics, where um, where Twilight as Queen Twilight. Yeah, apparently as Queen, not Princess. I have no idea why she took the title as Queen, but she sent her friends and a few other ponies from Ponyville into other kingdoms beyond the borders of Equestria, established friendly connections. Like she did send Rockhoof on Legends, Applejack, Sakura, and even Tempest Shadow to Sakura's homeland. There is another thing about it. We never saw her homeland at all. And there was one episode where, like, when Starlight and Trixie were invited by Hufar, a unicorn from Saudi Arabia, in order to visit their friend in his land to perform. And they were off to go into that land. But eventually they never saw it. They never went there. I mean, I was really surprised because that one of the places that's been considered that many viewers had wanted to see. Because based on the description, it's like, and the name was hinting that it would have been like some based on Arabic from like Arabic country style. Like since the name is considered almost to Saudi Arabia, for example, and it was probably like I was like, okay, might just see a whole new type of country, but nope, and that didn't happen. And I mean, it was a lot of that, and there were even as Twilight's mentioned in the season 1 about Sakura that she may be that she's from a far, far away land, but they never mentioned exact the name of the place or how far, and they never actually went there. There were no flashbacks of her of when Sakura was young or anything. And according to this journal of the Royal Sisters, there is supposed to be a zebra colony in the Evergreen Forest.
Hmm. All right. I'm almost at the end of this stupid maze. Yeah, you've only got like what 25 floors left. Thank goodness. This really is just the back rooms. Plot twist.
How's the question going so far?
The questions. I think I finished mine. I know I finished mine. Dylan's still working on, his.
How many is gonna be total for all of them?
This. Well, Kyle wanted us to do it like a certain way first. So there's 30 from me, 30 from him, and then 30 from Dylan.
That's been 90. So
Yeah.
far, personally, I have done so far. Let's see, that plus those so far, it's about 210 questions.
Dang.
I mean, I'll not that's all together as one document, but separately. I'm currently working on the third already. That's about 30 questions. And I can say the mostly are um, friendly, like nothing that's legal, like during crimes or anything, or um, you know, or killing. I was just considered to do a question of would you killing one bad guy? Let's say if it was considered would you killing Joker or Pennywise, for example. I mean, do you think that would have been okay if I put that as some sort of question?
Hmm. I'm not sure. It kind of depends.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, basically, some of the questions I have. Well, damn, I just wondered. Well, but mostly it's if you were doing a type of dare, like say um as an example, if you would been a racer, or if you would been maybe um developing cars or anything, or if you would jump in doing bungee jump, or if you would jump on a plane. And of course, some of the questions do in fact involve like if you would do something um, for a certain amount of money, usually it's around some of the can be around from 20,000 to maybe like 10 million, depends on the question there is. So they can also be so embarrassed dares, like say if you would be in public singing a certain song, I like use any random songs, um, and you were had to be in a certain outfit, like if you were to be in maybe a pink ballet costume, or if you were, or like if you would be in a cosplay contest, like say if you would have been there to be dressed as certain character, like if you're a guy and there's question about like if you would be there to be dressed as say um let's say like Harley Quinn, or if you would have been dressed as that, or um maybe as maybe as Harley Quinn,
But
or maybe as Princess Peach, or something like
no,
that.
I just thought of something. Wait. You'll see. Don't worry about it. Hmm. Right.
Um, there is actually one thing I actually want to say. I don't know if you guys have seen this video on YouTube, but a person actually made a theory about why Bowser wanted to marry Peach. And apparently, Peach arrived to Mushroom Kingdom through those pipes. Did you even guys saw that in the movie?
The Super Mario one? Yeah, we saw it.
So apparently, though, Peach arrived to when she was just looks like if she was like maybe just 1 or 2 years old, she was still using a pacifier, and it's on that. And this guy made this theory: what if, since what if that Bowser was actually her pet turtle, and that she is from New York or Brooklyn herself as well? Hear me out though. Based on his theory, is that why? Because in the video, the other characters call her Peach, but Bowser's the only one that called her Peaches. And according to this guy, he was assuming that only that her parents was calling her Peachy, the Peaches, or Peaches as a nickname, and that he was her pet turtle, and that he heard this nickname, and that he somehow ended up in the sewer in New York, and somehow he ended up in one of those pipes in the sewer system, and big Peach. If there was actually Peach, that was ruling the Mushroom Kingdom. If it was actually some his former owner Peaches or Peach, Well, even though that maybe he were remember how she looked like, and after being told what she looks like, then he realized that is his owner, and that's the where some people, this guy believed that Peach was actually Bowser's owner when she was just a kid, based upon how she was just so young when she arrived in Mushroom Kingdom originally in the new movie, and that Bowser is the only one that calls her Peaches, even in that song. So, and since the Toads or Mario call her just Peach, so could that make sense that Bowser was originally her pet turtle, and that he ended up being a pipe after being up in a sewer? Maybe when he went after if but the question is also in here, how could she end up in a in the Mushroom Kingdom originally though? Because I mean, first of all, those pipes doesn't just exist like a. I mean, I really doubted that just a normal toilet would have been connected to one of those pipes, and that she would just sit on the toilet and whoop, got sucked in. Otherwise, I mean, if that would have been the case, if that those pipes would have
Kind
connected
of
to her,
terrifying, wouldn't it?
yeah. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. If that would have been the case, and if that one of those pipes would have been connected to the toilet in her childhood home, if it was an apartment building, that would have meant anyone who lived in the apartment before her family and even after using the toilet, if they sit down, they will somehow be magically being transported into Mushroom Kingdom. Would that make sense? So I don't believe that would be the case that like those pipes would even be connected to the just a normal toilet. I mean, first, was it more? Was that in? How did Mario end up in the Mushroom Kingdom in the first place? I know there was a pipe, but was it from a toilet?
Hmm. No, he went into the sewers, and he went inside of a sewer pipe. In
So
the movie, anyway, that's how he got there.
yeah. So the question is,
How he
how
actually got
did?
there in the games, it's never explained.
Yeah, but in a movie though, the question is, how did Peach end up in Mushroom Kingdom from the start? I mean, it is very unlikely she would find a way down to
But
the
she did the same thing
sewers and
Mario
just
did, didn't
simply.
she?
I mean, do you guys think that
Yeah, she
if
did.
she was like say, I mean, do you guys think a the 3-year-old girl would simply find a way her down to the sewer somehow way and just simply walk into those pipes and end up in the Mushroom Kingdom? And if that would be like that,
Hmm.
and
Well, in the
and
movie,
if
she. Okay.
yeah, I mean, it's possible, but since in the
No,
games,
go ahead.
Mario and Peach are roughly around the same age. He is around 25. That is one of the people behind it in the games is one of the designers is said that he is 25. And Peach in the game where they're still as a baby is that she may just be 1 or 2 years older than Mario. So they're around roughly the same age, around 25 to 27. So if they were born on the same world, if they were born in Brooklyn, even though that she is 22 years older than Mario, and if she would have disappeared from Brooklyn somehow, it would have made sense that there would have been a huge search for her. And those posters may still be around in town. Because sometimes missing person posters can still be around in the cities even years after. Sometimes different depend on where we're putting on. Sometimes on boards or buildings like walls or anything. Sometimes they can be in there for years. So if Peach is from Brooklyn like Mario or Luigi, Maybe that she disappeared sometimes when she was just maybe 2 or 3 years old, or just one. I believe it was, but I will say maybe between 2 or 3, or I would say between 2 or 4 years old at most. I mean, it's just when she somehow vanished from her home. But they also did it like, how did she came to this? If she was from Brooklyn, how did she end up in the pipes in the first place? If the sewer system is the only connection to the pipes, the pipeline to that will take you to the Bowser's Land or Mushroom Kingdom or Donkey Kong's place. Because I saw in the trailer that Mario and Luigi were sucked in the same pipe, but they were spread off in the end. So what if Mario? So the question is, if the pipes is only that can be connected to those worlds is only in the sewer system, and usually those places are, well, if you have those huge pipes, usually sometimes in the countryside, you can actually walk into those type of pipes, concrete pipes and the sewer lines and like that. But sometimes they have um like those big um type of gates or bars that prevent people from going near. So assuming in a big city like Manhattan or Brooklyn in this case, if there are some places that you can get in, sometimes there are those um big um plates on the ground that can be open, but certain tools be needed. And I really doubt that a toddler would even have access to those type of things, so that can be ruled out. And if there were being open pipelines somewhere around the city, which were being used for maintenance for people to be in, to care of the things, and if they were having those type of bars in those as an opening, and there is a like a bar door, but those are usually locked. And how would have been a toddler could get in there? Well, I mean, those bars are usually have very thin space between each bar. So it is unlikely a child that size would just squeeze between. I mean, I really it would have been crazy if they made a bar, a space between each bar big enough for even a toddler to crawl in. I don't think that is possible. I mean, I'm really going deep in this theory, but it's very difficult to say exactly how Peach end up in the Mushroom Kingdom. I mean, what if she is from Brooklyn, like Mario and Luigi? She's a few years older, and she end up there sometimes when she's young, which is seen in the movie in the beginning. So, how did Peach end up in Mushroom Kingdom originally? They never explained that. And even if someone had asked Peach, she would not even remember that. If she was between 2 or 4 years old, I mean, most people don't even remember their childhood from that age. And even if you do have some memories from that time, they might just be like a fragment, vague memories. Like she wouldn't even know if those are real memories or if those were just like a dream. Because at that age, she wouldn't been tell apart from an actual memory or a dream. And even if you do remember her family and like even a 3-year-old may not even remember her parents' actual name or even her last name. If she only knows her first name but not her last name, and if Peach isn't even her first name, what if Peach and Peaches is just another nickname for Peach? And that she has another name, an actual name, and if she was from Brooklyn, and if her family did put up posters, it would have been her first and last name. And I mean, I do know some may have put up some that also showing a nickname. But if it was just her first and last name, and for no mention of her nickname or anything, how would they know? I mean, even if she may not being so young, that she may not even remember her actual name. And after being called Peach so many times as a nickname rather for her first name, she may simply believe that her name is Peach. And after being seen at her so many times in her as at that young age, and after telling the Toads what they probably asked her name is, and she said her name is Peach. And if that isn't real her name, then what is her actual name? I mean, I know that sometimes, like say if Roy would have been named Alexander, for example, and sometimes even family members or friends wouldn't end up calling him Alexander, but just call him Alex, which is a common nickname for so short. Or as for like Samantha, kind of being you just call her Sam. I mean, like say Sam from uh iCarly. Her name could have been Samantha, but just call her simply Sam for short. So if Peach is from Brooklyn, like Mario Luigi, and if she did somehow
Nice.
became, and if
Ah,
she went
sounds
lost,
wild. Wait,
and
what?
if you went lost somewhere, question is, how did she even end up in the pipelines? And like which led her to
Mhm.
um I mean, remember when you saw when Mario and Luigi were in
Wait a
this
minute.
magical wormhole? Just wondering how Peach reaction would have been if she was in this type of wormhole. There's only two
Yeah.
things.
Well,
She may get either being terrified, or she may just being amused or laughing because she thought that was funny. And
mm,
so the question is still left to be asked: if she's
well,
if she's from
great knockout
if
loads.
she's from Earth,
Chance. Popular heroes. That's
if
the 100 trials
if Peach
behind
is
the scene.
if Peach
Give you a new challenge.
if Peach is from Earth, and from Brooklyn, so the question is still to be answered: how did she end up in the pipelines in the first place? I mean, it's very
Wait,
unlikely that a
what?
child at that age would just simply walk around and came
Wait,
across this
what?
open pipe and just walk in. But though kids at that age, they wouldn't understand what's the danger of pipelines like that, or and sewer system in a big city like New York, they can go for miles. There are always that side tunnels in that. You can
Nope.
be down there for days or maybe weeks, depending on
Uh,
where you're going. So even if she would have found an opening to the pipeline, which in the sewer system, and she walks in there, end up in a Mushroom Kingdom. That makes sense in that part. But
I'm not doing that again. Jesus Christ.
and if her
Yeah,
name
so
wasn't
you didn't see it, but Roy has to do that again. I don't want to do it again. Uh, okay. We'll see how it
I
goes.
mean,
But yeah, I mean, I know what you mean.
and
I did
even
this
if Peach would, and
instead.
even if she was from Earth, and it would have been missing person poster with her picture and her name, and if Peach wasn't her actual name but like a nickname, and after being called Peach so many times, she believed that her name was Peach, and if Mario and Luigi went back to Earth, and in the end, and since what I saw that Mushroom Kingdom and Earth merged as one place. Wasn't it that happened?
Yeah, pretty much.
So if that is possible, and well, knowing that happened, So the question is, like, say, if Peach is remaining in that world, in on Earth, and maybe she's trying to get used to living in a whole new world, but since the pipeline might just simply still being connected, I mean, it's possible that not the whole Mushroom Kingdom was merged with Earth. What was only, well, let's say there's only part of it that was merged, and the remaining is still there as originally. And since that egg, based on that's going to be Yoshi, it's possible the pipeline can still go to the entire rest of Mushroom Kingdom. And it's a lot of things like, what if that's actually that Peach is from Earth, and that she finds out that maybe will come across this old poster, and and one of the toads, the same toad that's uh what is this his name, actual Toad, that one's usually helping Mario in your games?
Well, it depends on the game.
Well, but the one who's actually in the game that's helping Mario with those that big backpack or something like that. That Toad.
Oh no,
If that
that one's just Toad. Yeah.
Yeah, so if that Toad is was around when she came to Mushroom Kingdom, and she knows her ends from that part, and if she tells her that he she doesn't know where she's from, and tells and if she would come across this old missing person poster, maybe online, who knows, and Toad would have been around the time when she came to Mushroom Kingdom at that young age, and if he noticed the missing poster and telling her that it's her, and that would confirm me she is actually from Earth, not Mushroom Kingdom originally. And if it says her name, first name is Peach or something else. If Peach is her actual name, and just she doesn't, and usually at that age you don't know your last name. So if you would have been, say, if you went missing in a big shopping mall, and someone would ask for your last name, you may not even remember that. So, and if that would have been the case, if that Toad can confirm that she is the girl that was missing poster, and with help from Mario and Luigi, and perhaps from and their family and their parents, can look up, has more experience when it comes to maybe missing people online searching.
Okay,
Like
so what do I do?
nowadays days, you
Leave.
can actually track down
Alright.
someone's phone number easily. I mean, there are websites for that. So if they manage to figure out the name of the parents, and I mean that if you vanished around 20 years earlier, and that if there would be a phone number on the poster, and after 20 years, it's unlikely that phone number may not even still working. The parents may just simply have moved from a different location to a new house, and the number may not even be in a service anymore. Even if they will try, sometimes it's possible those numbers could work. Sometimes they won't. If it's a landline, maybe not. And assuming that if that was been around in this movie, if it's set around the same time frame as ours, like in the 2020s. So going back 20 years on like early 2000s, um, cell phones were not that. I don't believe the cell phones was that common to most people. So but if they manage to figure out the names, if their first and last name of both their parents on the poster is there, and now that in the 2020s, now these days you can easily track down a person's by using by the first and the last name and easily can find out if the person is their home address, their phone number, something like that. So if they manage to figure out that if her parents is still alive, they would have been mentioned that. If they are, and if they still live in Brooklyn or even still somewhere in the New York State, perhaps not in maybe in Queens or maybe Harlem, Hoboken, or maybe just in Manhattan. And if they're still alive and they would have been received this call and that they have found a daughter, she's still alive, she's and that she's willing to meet them. I mean, this I know that this from different criminal series that sometimes when a family had their daughter being kidnapped, usually parents don't do anything with their daughter's room. Sometimes they usually keep it as it is. After, let's say, if the daughter vanished or was kidnapped when she was just say between 4 to 5 years old, and they have her room untouched ever since. Even if they manage to find her when she's a teenager or something. I remember one episode there were Law and Order Special Victims Unit where a mother would had her daughter went missing with her husband. Her husband died in an accident, but her daughter, well, she died, but her remains were there were nothing any left because they were collided with this truck, and the truck had some sort of liquid stuff in it, and it made her entire body being how to say like if you put something in acid, it just gone. And but then here's the thing that they found a girl. Well, she found a girl that looks like her daughter, same age, and after that they took a DNA test of her. It showed it was actually her DNA. But the thing is, it wasn't even her daughter that she was missing. But it turned out a doctor had used some of her eggs in even against her will originally and gave it to another couple for treatment even order to have a child. And but this mother, she didn't keep her original daughter's room untouched. She even kept the room updated on each birthday. The daughter was supposed to be around 3 years old when she died. So she kept the room updated for each birthday that she's supposed to be. And it's a bit creepy. But if Peach were from Earth and she is somehow, but it depends also like how she vanished from her parents.
Oh,
I mean, it's very unlikely would she would just leave their apartment in the middle of the night. It's very unlikely. So
Hmm.
I'm more towards that when she vanished during the daytime. I mean, just imagine daytime, like middle of midday of New York. You know how busy the streets are. There are thousands, thousands of people on the streets. So it is easy for her daughter to simply, when Peach, if she was holding hand with her mother, it's easily if she lost her grip of her mother's hand, she could easily vanish, go missing like that. Unless unless that her mother was watching something from sometimes some small stores like a flower shop can have flowers or something outside. And if the mother was looking at something and then her daughter Peach was standing next to her, and as you know, kids can when they see something, maybe a butterfly or something, they think it's so cute that they want to follow it. Eventually, end up all kinds of places. So assuming in that scenario, like Paige was with her mother out midday and and the mother was doing something, if she was talking to some shop owner or something, and Peach was standing next to her, and she see this beautiful butterfly, and she followed it and somehow came lost, and she came across this entrance to the sewer system and came across this pipeline and eventually ended up in the Mushroom Kingdom. If that's true, because in the video, when I saw when she arrived, it appeared to be in like if it was dark, like if it was in the evening or early morning or middle of the night. Because if that wouldn't the case, if that was either that, and if she left and she left from Earth around midday, and even the time zones would have been different on each world. So assuming that would have been the case, because like I said, I don't believe that Paige would just simply leave her family's home middle of the night. First, she would have been if she was still in a crib, she would have to find a way to come out of the crib and then got dressed and leave the apartment without her parents' notice. I mean, first of all,
Going through the wall.
I I
Makes
believe
sense to
that
me.
I believe even your parents had this baby monitor in your rooms, like uh like a walkie-talkie or something like that. It's possible that if there were, her parents would have easily would have been hearing it if she was doing something. Now these days you have a camera that you can easily see what their kid is doing. So I don't believe that Paige left that part in the middle of the night or the place where she was living, because kids at that age would always do a lot of loud sounds. And if the parents were a heavy sleeper, may not have been hearing that. But if the parents was easily light sleepers, that any loudest sound would easily, like in an instant, wake him up. So
I'm not gonna do
if
it.
Are you gonna do this?
so,
You're gonna do the rerun?
Sure.
so I
Alright.
did believe that I believe that Peach somehow went lost if she is from Earth. Assuming if she is from Brooklyn at the Brothers are. Assuming if that is the case. My belief is that she vanished or went lost when she was out in midday with her mother, and her mother was doing something, and she was focused on it, and something caught um, Peach attention, and she followed that until she ended up in this entrance to this sewer system, and she ended up in a Mushroom Kingdom. I mean, it's in that perspective, it makes more lot more sense. I mean, it's unlikely that, but the question is also if that sewer entrance would have been somewhere in the city, because if she will live in New York, I don't believe that
Just
there are
Piccolo.
any such. I don't believe there are no uh, pipelines or any sewer openings near Central Park or in the park either. So, assuming that there must have been somewhere in the mid city, midday when she was distracted. I mean, don't be to be honest. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you know that kids at that age are always easily to be distracted or something. Especially if they're seeing something beautiful or something cute, or maybe if it's a butterfly or maybe a ladybug or anything, and they want to catch it. So it's possible that Peach could have been followed that and ended up on following it then and saw this entrance and thought maybe that was very mysterious, or she found that maybe could have been found, or maybe it could have been a stray cat. If it was not a if it was not a butterfly, it could have been a stray cat or stray dog, or that she wanted to be play with. I mean, at that age, kids doesn't care if they want to play with almost anything, like if they're dogs, cats, you name it. So if it was a cat, easily to understand if that she followed the cat and the cat walks into this entrance to that, and she follows, and the cat vanishes somewhere, not in the pipeline, but maybe where walks off somewhere else, and she walks in this pipeline, believing the cat in there, and pulled in, and which eventually end up being the Master Mushroom Kingdom. I think that's more likely that she would have. I mean,
I mean, that's
with
definitely
her mom,
possible.
yeah. I mean, the more to me, it makes more sense because I heard and I know that kids at that age are easily to be distracted of in any of the cutest things, like if it's a cat or a butterfly, anything is they want to be catching or playing with. It's a lot more sense because I know for certain because my sister has 5 kids and growing up a little bit of them around, I know they're easily distracted when it comes to certain cute things like that, man, animals or something like. So, assuming from that, her mother is with her out in the midday. She's doing something and she's distracted, and Peach is getting impatient or something, or she's just standing by her mother and she sees this cute cat, or I mean, I think maybe just a cat or a dog, because first of all, I really doubt it's gonna be a stray guinea pig or hamster, because that would have been the first after anyone's have that released. But if it was, I'm more towards a cat. I mean, many people either has a cat or a dog who maybe just sometimes abandon them, which makes happens all the time. But if it was like that, the mother is out there with her during midday, she's doing some shoppings and she get distracted, and Peach seeing something, maybe a stray cat that she want to pet, and the cat is not wanting to do that, so she follow the cat and eventually finds this place where she could have been an entrance to the sewer system. In the cat goes somewhere, and she and Peach believes that that was where the direction the cat went to, walks in and being pulled in, and eventually end up in the Mushroom Kingdom. To me, it sounds more the most logical answer because if that would be the case, if she's from Brooklyn, because like I said, kids they easily being distracted when it comes to things like that. So but if she's not from Earth, then the question is where she's from. Could she be from the same place as Rosalina is from, the Moon Kingdom, perhaps? Or maybe she's from the same. By the way, is Princess Daisy from Mushroom Kingdom?
No. She is from the Sarasasala land kingdom. It was only in one game. It was in Super Mario Land. So that is
Okay,
obscure.
okay, okay. How about this? If she's not from Earth, and since she's likely not from Mushroom Kingdom, because she would have been an only human, after all, based on her appearance, um, based on her behavior when she encountered Mario, like touching his nose, his hat, all that, because he would be the first human that she ever sees, and that makes sense if her behavior is like that towards Mario. So it would make sense that Mushroom Kingdom is rolled out as her birthplace, because otherwise there would have been other humans or any other of her any if she is even human, maybe if there's are any other um people that looks like her in the Mushroom Kingdom, and she would have been aware of that. I mean, if she was from Mushroom Kingdom, what if she found one other pipe and it somehow it didn't take her to a different world, but what if it somehow took her from one end of Mushroom Kingdom to another? I mean, if she is from Mushroom Kingdom, what if she is from a far distant part of the kingdom where humans do live, but they rarely goes any as far as to the Mushroom Kingdom? What if the word is say a human kingdom in the mountains or something, and that there are a pipe layer and pipe, and but they never use it, and that pipe end up being other end of the Mushroom Kingdom where the Toads found her. What do you mean? What if she walks in from that part and and you go from that end. It's hard to say. It's hard to tell. But if Peach isn't from
Hmm.
either Mushroom Kingdom or Earth, what if she's actually from the same kingdom as Daisy? I mean, if her family is the ruling family there, so it would make sense if there were other humans in
Like,
that place. I mean, think about it. If the Daisy's homeland or home is connected by the pipeline, maybe she is connected from that, and Peach could have been from that same place, but she's may not. She may have perhaps from a small village, a small town, and she could have been lost, and she found this pipe. It was curious where it was going to, and perhaps even end up in the Mushroom Kingdom in the first place. I mean, it's an intriguing idea because in the games there are no reference of if she that in the games she has been referenced to be from Mushroom Kingdom, but in the new movie,
well, actually,
Cena.
there is one thing that kind of like hints at her being from the kingdom. Her original name, which was Princess Toadstool. So
Mm,
there's
I mean, it's
that.
possible. Well, I mean, from this, assuming the games and the new movie aren't, I mean, assuming the movie aren't canon, assuming the movie isn't canonical, it's just like a different timeline, a different ultimate universe. Assuming from that, so if that more page in the games are from Mushroom Kingdom, because her reaction when she meets Mario in the games are not like in the movie, because in the movie she immediately feels very curious,
I haven't
very
seen that, by the way. That's kind of cool.
intrigued about seeing a man for the first time. So, zooming in that, it's possible that simply Mario, that Peach, could have been from a different place and not originally from Mushroom Kingdom. I mean,
Wow.
unless she is, unless she is
Dang
from
it.
Mushroom Kingdom and that her family left the place and that she came back. But in the end, I do kind of think maybe not. But I would say maybe Earth.
Also, hi, Malachite.
So, I mean, I think either Earth or maybe Daisy's homeland. I mean, it's the only two places I can think of. I mean, it's just seems more logical in that part. I mean, if she's from the same place as Daisy, and as in the movie, they made her the prince, or the princess, the ruler of the kingdom. So, so how about this? If she was when she was made as a princess of the Mushroom Kingdom, so before she was made a princess, so the question is, who ruled the kingdom before her? If it was not her family, maybe someone else. Maybe they had a Toad King or Toad Queen or something. But in the end, this is only speculation or the theories of how um where Peach could have been from if she's from Earth. And I mean, I when I saw this guy's YouTube video where he believes that Peach could actually be from Earth and that Bowser was actually her pet turtle, and she could have, and that the reasons, and that he's the only one that called her Peach, the Peaches, since the other characters only name her Peach. And another, and the reasons why he wanted to marry her is because that he felt he belonged to her after all. But at the end, it makes no sense. But if if Bowser were from Earth and that he ended up on in that place where he ruled, it would make sense I mean, after all, if Mario ended up in a pipeline in a sewer system, and if Bowser was in the sewer and he was pulled into that and end up in that kingdom where he would eventually rule, it would have made sense.
Five
So,
life shrooms. I have so
so,
many.
um,
Look at that.
so
Is it
my
you?
belief that
Kill myself.
my belief is Peach is either from Earth or from the same place as Daisy is. I mean, it's still the only place that I can consider it. Because based on her appearance and her behavior when she encountered Mario, she never encountered anyone like her or any like him before. And it makes sense. I mean, she was raised by the Toads, and the Toads doesn't even look anything remotely as a human. So, I mean, like say, if Malachite or Ocean Glow was living in
Hmm.
the Mushroom Kingdom and raised by the Toads, and he and Peach somehow comes to the Mushroom Kingdom, I would like to say likely his reaction would be the same thing. When he's like, "What? Another a woman?" And she looks like almost like a as him. Well, except there's a female version as a human. And if it was my reaction, if I was being raised by toads and Peach was more like Mario, I would like, oh, I would like to be in the same reaction. And I mean, maybe we would know more if there was gonna be a sequel to Mario movies, Super Bros. As Game Guy once said that he
That
doesn't
definitely
know if
is.
he does. He said that as Game Guy said that he doesn't believe this movie is canon. Am I right?
Yeah, I don't.
Based on its, mean,
Nice.
I mean, being like based on the games and uh, I mean, based on what there's some of the games and in this new movie, how things aren't consistent as similar. I can give us some example. The first Mario movie was Bros movies from the 90s. That movie was originally was supposed to be Mario Bros movies, but here's the thing: that bad guy was supposed to be like a Bowser, but was like a very highly evolved dinosaur. And the Goombas, well, they were dinosaurs, but just a small brain. And Daisy, which were the princess in the movie, not Peach, she was also those highly evolved dinosaur and not an actual human. So it makes
What?
sense.
Doesn't even make any sense.
I mean, since
Welcome
that
to the
movie,
weird world of bad movies.
from here, if from my point of view is that
Seriously?
that
Yeah.
that movie wouldn't it didn't match up anything like based on the games. Like since Bowser was supposed to be this like a giant turtle, like there's in any game here, and that Bowser in that movie was just like a highly evolved dinosaur that turned into like a human shape. Like and and the Goombas, they used the name
There.
Goombas, but were
Hold
just
on.
like also dinosaurs. And Daisy, well, she was a princess, which was a reference. If there would have been a princess, they wouldn't have used Daisy. They would have been used Peach. After all, Peach is the main princess in games. She's the one that Mario saves all the time. So why would it be used Daisy, not anyone from Peach? Am I right? And another thing is that Daisy in that movie wasn't even human. She was a dinosaur like the rest of her kind, just high evolved form. And that they turn this dinosaur or T
Okay,
Rex
Hill.
Bowser into a slimy goo.
Right.
as killing him for in a evolved sense. And it doesn't even make no sense. Even though Yoshi, he was part of the movie as well, but he wasn't like that Yoshi species. He was a smaller T Rex that was a family pet in the royal family. And that the king was turned into this type of primitive mushroom, which would have been like a reference to Mushroom Kingdom. I mean, come on. That movie does have no
Actually,
reference.
technically, that'd be a reference to Mario Bros. 3, because that's what happened in that game. Hmm.
Well, I mean, I don't believe that that movie was have been any sort of reference of this Mario as the original game is. I mean, considering they were used Daisy over than using Peach. I mean, come on, for first of all, Peach is the
Well,
only
Daisy's
main
from
character that
Mario Land, so that's a reference to that at least. Hmm.
maybe it could have been. But otherwise,
Yeah.
Mario is well, that depends on when that game came out. When
Came
did
out
that
like
game?
1999, I think. It was on the game. It was on the Game Boy. I know that. That came out
If it
after
was
the N64. I'm pretty sure.
so, yeah. So
Hmm.
if that came out in 1999, that would have been way too early because the movie was made in 1993. So that would have been way too early for the games for even have been even existed.
No, the game came before the movie. That's for sure.
I mean, if the game came out in 99 and the movie
Hmm.
was made in 93, so that would have makes no sense. But if the game came out maybe 92 or 91 or even 90, that would have made sense because it would have been before the movie was even made. So in that sense, it would makes a lot more sense because
Okay.
otherwise, if it was the opposite, it would have makes no sense as much at all. But personally, I think Mario movies from the 90s didn't even consist of much of anything that was remotely as the Mario games as I mean as didn't match up any form of connection. First, the Bowser was not even like a big turtle. He was like a dinosaur. And Daisy, even though she was the usually is the Peach is mainly the princess that being used in the games. But if they decide to use Daisy in the game, I mean I don't see any wrong in that. They decide to use the other princess instead for Peach. I don't see anything any no bad in that. It just as but using the idea that Daisy and the rest of her kind from the hollow Earth, the ultimate dimension where some of the dinosaurs did survive by entered, it they were highly evolved dinosaurs that eventually took the shape of a human. I mean, that it wouldn't makes no sense. I mean, if that would be matched the game, that would make Daisy not even like a human at all. That would make her even a highly evolved dinosaur, even in
They can
games.
get rid of
But there were no reference on that. Am I right though?
the poison. Yeah, you'd be right about that.
Because if Mario, if Daisy would have been referenced in the games as she is, then she would have been missed as a human, like a highly evolved dinosaur. And if the Bowser from the 90 movies, if he was supposed to be based on that Mario, this Bowser, well, that would mean this Bowser in the games isn't not even a turtle. Then he would have been a dinosaur, but just a dinosaur that looks like a turtle. I mean, it doesn't make sense that. So to me, I don't think Mario movies from the 90s are not even canon or any otherwise. I mean, it would have been a little bit some. continuity of Daisy not human, and in fact she's a dinosaur, and Bowser or the Goombas are not even mushrooms, so they're dinosaurs instead. So the
That
movies from the
movie was
90s,
just so ridiculous.
yeah, that movie from the
That's an
90s are, I
understatement.
don't think it consists of much as ends continuity as canon at all. I mean, I like the
I want to leave
idea,
for 20.
but I do to say this,
All
I
right.
do like, but I do say this, do like the idea that they decide to make a live action movie of Mario. The idea of the lesson live action wasn't that bad, but as they thought when they first saw the movie, and that was much before I even knew much about Mario. But otherwise, Mario as it is, it's that game doesn't match up much as based on the game at all. But as that is just only my idea about that. And the Mario, the new movie, well, part of it doesn't even match up with the Sonic games, and it's some do, but like the origin of where Peach is from, and I mean, who knows? And when this spin-off of Luigi's Bastion coming out, well, that depends when it is, if it's gonna be made or not. So the question is if it's gonna be like the game itself. I mean, and having this idea of Mario and Luigi was being born in Brooklyn, it's not the first time that they done this because there were this comic series that where they actually was born in Brooklyn, and they were plumbers, and I don't know, even that was even considered canon or not, but you know, there's always some, you know, a lot of things that they eventually would consider. Oh, that okay, that's canon. That's not canon. That's canon. That's not canon. That's canon. That's canon. It's just things that always came up with that. I mean, people saying that Mario and Sonic are true rivals and they like each other, but there's always this friendly competing who is the fastest, who the best fighter, and all that. It's all that. And something like Mario better, Luigi sucks badass. Like they should bring Sonic that they should probably not been making Luigi or anything. I mean, it's like that. And if they decide to make another character based on Bowser, maybe his biological relative, if it's an actual son or daughter, sister, brother, you name it. I mean, just look at Donkey Kong. They made his nephews, cousins, and his girlfriend, his grandfather, and some other relatives to the Kong. So, I mean, if they had made so many relatives to Donkey Kong, so maybe they will be eventually do some others to Mario and Luigi. I mean, what if they decide to make some other relatives? You know, the father in the movie was looks similar to one of the characters from Legend of Zelda, actually. But my honest opinion, even though Mario movie is the new one is maybe not even it's not canon, but it's pretty good. Even though I haven't seen much of the movie, but do you know even if the new movie came out, there will always be a lot of theories, ideas, and when it comes to certain things. Like say when the Pokemon Detective Pikachu came out, I wouldn't be surprised if there's any fair videos in that
Yes.
movie. Like what happened to the main character's mother and what or why they want to have Mew in this mad science project or something like that. And some like that kind of things. But it just, when it comes to different movies, there will always will be some insane theories, even TV shows, and it always be some
Roy,
like it.
you got a big egg. Finally. Needs that omelet. Exactly. No, I know what you mean though. Like most series, the thing is, most series aren't really that good. Not
Yeah, yeah, like is some people saying that Mario and Peach are actually dating, but and some are saying that Daisy and Luigi are dating. Some might say that Peach and Daisy are actually related somehow, but they could be sisters or cousins or stepsisters. It's very difficult to say like that. And even, I mean, when it comes to games, there's always some crazy new idea that people can actually bring it themselves. And I don't say it's a bad thing. Like say if Malakat had played a certain game and and if he had played a certain game for a long time, like you play Mario for a long time, and he can come up with some idea or theory of this that particular character if
Hmm.
he is somehow connection to another, maybe if he played a game where, like say, Zelda, and that Zelda is somehow Link and Link are related in a distant way, like distant cousins, because people shipping them together. And I mean, who knows? When it comes to games, TV shows, movies, there's always going to be something that's going to
why
be
does this guy have
a theory.
been here too long? Maybe.
But yeah, I mean, for example, when it comes to Peach, we don't know for the new movie when she made her appearance in the Mushroom Kingdom at such young age. I wouldn't have been surprised if were theories of saying that she was actually from Earth and that somehow she ended up on Mushroom Kingdom like Mario and Mario did from the same way, like the pipeline. And or if she is from a different, I would say maybe she is from Earth, and or maybe she is from the same place as Daisy is. But is there a day that Peach aren't? Maybe she was from a small
Where's the door?
from the same place, and but it's very difficult to say for based on that movie. I mean, the movie itself may not even be canon at all, but it's always a good and funny, always fun to come up with some new ideas and new theories of when it comes to certain characters of a new movie based on a game, like Mario's. And I mean, would it have been crazy if someone say like Bowser is actually somehow um is what if Mario's some came up with this idea that Bowser's actually somehow related to Mario, and that, I mean, like say not blood related, but say if Bowser was actually adopted in the Mario's family by some distant relative, and then made them distant cousins, maybe, or something like that, and or like some, I mean, or what if Daisy or Peach is related to the brothers? I mean, what if Daisy was actually related to Mario and Luigi? Because here was my idea. Since both Mario and Luigi have brown hair and Daisy has brown hair, I mean, what if they are actually somehow related, but just in a distant way? Maybe second cousin twice removed, or something like that, or maybe they are. It depends. I mean, it would have been
What about
otherwise. They
Pauline? Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about Pauline.
as as this here's my idea. Here's this for since Game Guy did told me once that the Rosalina was supposed to be related to Peach, right? Originally, wasn't she?
Well, she was originally planned to be Peach's sister, and then they just decided against it for some reason.
Yeah. So that's what it was what I came idea. So I mean, if that would have been originally intended to be, they were supposed to be sisters. Since Mario, Luigi, and Daisy have similar hair color, so what if they wouldn't have been surprised if they were actually intend that they were also being supposed to be related? Maybe not siblings, but maybe just cousins. And assuming why people think and believe in why that people assume that why Luigi and Daisy were so close. People assume that they were lovers, like a couple. But what if they were actually not even dating, but that they were just so close because they were cousins? Sometimes cousins can be so close, you know, being like being almost like brother sister type of relationship status. So if Daisy would have been related to Mario and Luigi, but maybe just a little bit distant from away from that, and they
Right.
couldn't explain why they couldn't explain why Daisy and Luigi were so close because sometimes since can be very close despite being that. So it's what I think it could be like an example. But in the new movie, we have no idea of Peach true origin, where she's originally from. But since I saw this guy's video saying that maybe that Bowser could have been Peach pet turtle, but if she was from Earth, there would have been some explanation in that part. But since they never been given explanation to that, and even if Mario been told from Toad that they found Peach in one of those pipelines like himself when she was little, even if even if Mario had asked her if she knows more about her, if she knows where she's from, and if she doesn't know, it would make sense. I mean, if you arrive to Mushroom Kingdom at such a young age, between I'm saying between 2 or 4 years old, and kids at that age usually don't put much in memory on where I'm from. So, and even if that's true, people don't remember much from that age either. Even if they try, it usually just vague memories. In fact, I have heard found articles people claiming they actually even remember when they were even when they're in their mother's stomach, or they were when they were still in their mother's womb before they were even born. And how that's possible, I have no idea. But assuming it leads from that, knowing that Peach may simply be from Earth, but she was just too young to even remember much details of her that age. Since, like I said, most people don't even remember from that age. I, on the other hand, have very vague memories when I was between 4 to 5. So it's very vague memories, not much.
Oh,
It's just like that. So,
hmm.
so it's possible Peach could be from Earth, but
Really?
that's only speculation is what she's actually from. And in the games, well, in the if it's gonna be a new movie after World that's at the sequel, who knows? Maybe they will exploring more about her origin, if like if she's from Earth, or now that part of Mushroom Kingdom is merged with Earth in Brooklyn. Maybe that she will figure out what she's gonna do now. I would have been really surprised if sorry, Mario and Peach are actually dating in the new movie, and that she just that living now, she is no longer the princess of a kingdom, but she is now just simply a normal earthling like themselves. And the toads, well, they have been
Ooh.
adjusted, and the toads have been adjusted to
Hmm.
living certain
What's that do?
new professions on
Could
Earth.
make you invincible. Oh, wait.
So who knows? Uh, Malachite, Do you think Peach could have been from Earth? I mean, in this new movie.
I don't know much about.
What is
He,
happening?
I don't know much about the Mario games.
You're-
Well, since in the new movie, Peach do arrive to the Mushroom Kingdom through those pipelines at such young age, so and it's possible that she could have been from Earth or maybe from, you know, same place as Daisy is from. And as I get told earlier before you came in here to the brothers, that my idea that if Peach was from Earth and if she was from Brooklyn, since they were now that the game is set it from, that where the brothers are usually had their families are from. So I'd like, what if like, what if like they Peach were at that age, and she was without her mom during midday, and they were out the streets. I mean, you would probably assumed seeing videos and photos from New York during the daytime. There are thousands of people on the streets, so it's easy to get lost in that. So if she went lost during shopping with her mom on the street, and that she was holding her mom's hand, or if she was in a stroller, but if she was walking herself and she somehow let her mom's hand go, and the next moment her mom is gone, or if her mom was standing somewhere along the street, because it's very common to see small shops having like a flower shop or having items outside the shop. So assuming if Daisy's mom was Peach's mom was looking at certain item or something outside the store, and Peach was standing next to her, and she sees something, maybe if it's a butterfly or if it's a stray cat that she wants to pet, but the cat doesn't want to be pet, and she follows after the cat and eventually leads her to this underground, this entrance to the sewer system, and eventually came across this pipe, which eventually pulls her in and takes her to Mushroom Kingdom. I think that idea makes lots more sense. I mean, if they had it, if she's not from Earth, then where is she from? Maybe the same place that Daisy is from. Because who knows? Maybe they are like humans that lives in the same place as Daisy is.
What?
It's right now I really don't know
Uh,
because as Mario
I
as
don't know
Daisy's
what's happening right
Peach
now.
behavior when she first saw Mario is like she has never seen a human before. So that will make sense if she wasn't from Mushroom Kingdom. Because if there were humans in Mushroom Kingdom already, she wouldn't have that type of behavior. But if there were humans in the Mushroom Kingdom, if she was only one, and it would make sense that kind of behavior. And then we don't have no idea. Maybe they will be explaining if there's going to be the sequel over the next few years. Maybe they will explain some details more about it, and maybe I don't know. But it's always there's always fun to speculate and make a theory of something like that. I mean, when it comes to like in a Pokemon franchise, people have always assumed Giovanni would have been Ash's father. After all, they had same hair color, but some assume that Ash's dad was dead, long dead. But it's always speculation like that, and when it comes to
what?
games like Pokemon or Mario, it's always expecting something unexpected, some new theories, or maybe old theories have been giving new ideas, a new perspective or something like that. It's sometimes a bit difficult. Sometimes it's a little bit, unexpected.
Yeah, that's for sure.
For example, like
I like how you.
when it
I
comes
like how
like
you guys
in
have been talking about this and not just doing this. Yep, that's how it
or
goes.
or if it's like in MLP, because before when Opaline was introduced as the new main villain, people assumed that she could have been a unicorn one of Twilight's students, one of her new pupils, like an apprentice, like she had Starlight, and in that as like she was like Sunset when she was young, that she was her desire to be a princess like Twilight, and that was actually one of the many fears that Sun Opaline was a student to Twilight, and that she wanted to be a princess, but she was her eager and simply made it happen that eventually Twilight choose to end her um, to end it all as Opaline to be her student. But some saying that Opaline could have been even being Twilight's daughter, or maybe that was an evil version corrupted of Flurry Heart. And others just saying that maybe that was even Radiant Hope, that was the childhood friend to Sombra in the comics. It was a lot of theories of who some Opaline were and what and her main goal was the whole time. And some believe that maybe she wasn't a unicorn, but that she was somehow turning into an alicorn like Cadence and Twilight were. But that is no longer the case, because now we know she were born as an alicorn alongside with Celeste and Luna, because she was actually around the same age as them. So it makes sense why some people came up with this idea if Opaline was actually
Hmm.
just another student or something. Because even even
Nice.
when
Job on
even when
the amazing dating, by the
even
way.
when Opaline came in
Thanks.
as franchise, there were all the speculation who she is from, or how she became as an alicorn, if she was born as one, or if she was turned into someone, or if she was somehow related to Twilight, or if she was her student or something. Some even assume that she was even Twilight's daughter. And but there's always speculation in all this. There's always like that. But now we
Right.
know it's anything like it. Now we know that she is a basically born as an alicorn, and she was from the same time as Celestial Luna was young, and well, and when it comes to like games, TV shows, movies, there's always gonna be some speculations, ideas, theories, or questions like about it. And for example, um, like I told the guys earlier when they when we talked about MLP, like
Hmm.
there were some discussions about what happened to Discord and Spike after
Oh,
G4 ended.
that's
And I was like, yeah, I was like, what happened to them? And now we know that at least Discord is alive. He lives under beneath the old ruins of Canterlot. And we know that now Spike is still much alive as well. He had been in hibernation the whole time in the Dragonlance, and now this current new Dragon Lord. So we know at least Spike is alive, Discord's alive, but there were a lot of speculations what happened to them, since there were no like a mentioning or anything like it.
But wait a minute. If Spike's alive, wouldn't Smolder also be alive?
It's possible, because here's what I believe, because Energy for um when we seen Spike the last time in Energy for ending, he is still walking on two legs. In the new G5, he's walking on four legs. Hear me out. In the last time I saw him in G4, he looked to be in his early to mid 20s, at least for my belief, at least what is he assuming is. And in the newest version of him, when he's walked on four legs, it's possible that he could have been late 20s to early 30s, at least. And based on that, and that this time frame that he might have been around that age when Opaline showed up and started causing problems, or he could have been around that age when the magic disappeared. And since we know now that the dragons were, they all went to sleep when the magic just vanished. And Spike may simply have, along with the dragons, could have just been living on the Dragonlands, since the dragons they withdraw themselves from the rest of Equestria at a time when Opaline wanted to steal the dragon fire, which is true. So Spike may have went along with them, or maybe he left, moved to the island after his friends passed away. We don't even know if Twilight is immortal or if she has had a long lifespan or not, because one of the earlier writers for, or well, at least one of the staff workers of behind the G4 said Twilight won't outlive her friends. But we don't know if that's true anymore. But assuming Elliptus Spike, along with the dragons, went to sleep at the same time,
I definitely did that.
so,
Uh,
so this possible Smolder could simply, along with Spike and the other dragons, just went to sleep and had been asleep there for centuries. Because it is possible that their aging had just simply slowed down or even stopped. Maybe what if their aging process simply stopped entirely when they were asleep? Is why they hadn't even seen showing any signs of aging. So if Spike is alive, it's not possible, but possible that Smolder and a few other dragons that we know of, like Amber, Garble, and Torch, Amber's father, could still be alive. Because if their aging somehow stopped during the time, during the hibernation, it's possible. So if that happened, the dragons that lived that was in their adult age simply just stopped, and they're still much alive. But it's at this moment we don't know if the dragons, if Smolder is alive. But considering that Smolder were at least a few years older than Spike, so
all right. Back to this.
if Smolder, assuming if she would have been like a teenage years, say between maybe, I would say maybe between 13 and maybe 16 years old. So it's possible that Smolder can still be alive, but in the end, I do believe she is alive still. But I really don't believe we will ever see her in G5,
This with some.
which I don't believe. But there's gonna be at least a few dragons that will be appearing in this new 3 episodes. Well, it's gonna be at least released today for me. Yay! Finally looking forward to see those episodes. But yeah, I mean, it's possible that. I mean, if Spike has been alive all the time, so I won't even not count that. Um, I would have been discounting it that Smolder would not been alive, even though she was only a few years older than Spike. So I mean, if she went to sleep along the time the rest of the Spike is, so yeah, I do believe that she is alive still, but I don't know if we'll ever see her in this those 3 remaining episodes of it. But if the same, I wished that was possible. So, but there is one major question that most of our within the front of Burning fandom are waiting to hope will be revealed. Did Spike dating Rarity in the series? That's a big question, which I know that Cody Lane or Cody, the Beyblade Master, wanted to know, like myself and many other fans out there, hoping to know if Spike will be revealing if he indeed dated Rarity in the beginning. And I can say this, Malachi, the voice actor for this Spike is not the same voice actor from the one that's from G4. It's not the same. Complete different person. And I know that. Well, I actually seen the newest trailer they revealed, released only I think it was maybe just 1 or 2 days ago, and even it was only a just only for just 1 or 2 seconds in when he talks, but the voice is deeper compared to Wonderful Spike from G4. So that is what I believe. But I wonder if Spike did date Rarity in the series, or if he end up with I don't know Smolder perhaps, or both. I mean, we have no idea.
What about
Dragons.
Ember?
I mean, who knows? Maybe dragons actually in their if the dragons culture, we don't know much about it. It's like as the Luna and Celeste said that they didn't know much about the dragons culture, and who knows? Maybe the dragons practice multi-partner relationships. Like if say if Roy was the dragon, and he could have maybe two, three dragon wives or something, and have or partners. I mean, as an example, we don't even know much about the dragons, and and yeah, we don't even know if the dragons and opponents can actually have any offspring together in the series. But it would be possible considering some of the dragons in the new show actually have like pony hair and pony shaped heads, and even had cutie marks. I mean, unlike those dragons from the G4, they would have neither hair or cutie marks at all. Unless this is a new type of dragon hybrids or a subspecies or just another type of a dragon species. Who knows? But it's hard to tell. Right now, we have no clue.
Wait, what? Hold on. Oh,
I mean, it's like even
wait, what?
if another thing is like theories about that is like if you go back to Star Wars in chapter 7,
Ew.
uh, when
Nerd.
Ray encountered Luke, a lot of people assumed that Luke was actually Ray's father, and even though that she wasn't aware of that, and well, long story short, it was not the case. Some people even believe some people made a video that that Ray was actually Obi Wan's granddaughter. But the thing is, Obi Wan didn't even have a daughter or a son during his lifetime. He was too busy with watching over Luke, so it was not in the case. And since Rey is the granddaughter of Palpatine or Darth Sidious, I mean, when that was came out, I was like, how is that even possible? Because first, Palpatine didn't even have any kids. He wasn't even married. But it turned out that his supposed son was actually a clone of himself, but a different, a genetic altered clone. But the clone didn't have any force sensitivity powers, so he couldn't use the force. But his son, quote unquote son, eventually did get married and have a daughter. And I was like, Wow, that was one expected turnaround.
Gee.
As in the canon, not in the canon, but in Legends, um, Louis Palpatine actually did have a few siblings and parents. Uh, here's the here's the
Mhm.
morbid part of it that um his family was from Naboo, and they had this family yacht or spaceships that they called as a yacht, and he had arranged so that his whole family, parents and siblings, killed. He literally killed his whole family by bombing or exploded their blow up their ship. That statistic he were. But it turned out when that happened, he didn't kill all of his family members. Part of his other family was still much alive. Because after he died, well, it turned out there was a great niece that could inherit the throne from him. But then he had this son that was genetically altered as a mutant, with had a third eye in the forehead. No, wait, in not the forehead, but in the back of his head, like he had it near the neck. So he couldn't be watching from the front and the back, literally. And eventually, but his son became a little bit too crazy, or well, he was considered as a failed project. So they had uh, his son imprisoned on a mine spice colony. Not as spice as you think as for food, but spice as drugs. And where he actually encounters a Jedi survivor, which is called Candalina or a Jedi princess. Eventually, they had a son. He was force sensitive, but what happened if that the mother was unfortunately she was killed during that time, and the son was smuggled out from Kessel, wherever she was killed, to Yavin 4, the same moon where the Rebel Alliance had during the fourth movie, where he was raised by a humanoid droid, similar to as a C-3PO. Quite not the same, but similar in that appearance almost. And he eventually was found by Luke and his new order, and he became a new Jedi. He was a Jedi Padawan, but eventually he did encounter his biological father, but his father then left. He didn't tell where he's going, but I hope one day to meeting him again. Unfortunately, it never happened since Disney sold the bought the rights to this to Star Wars, so all those events are no longer canon. So great. But I mean, Palpatine goes so far to killing his own family because, well, he is not the only one. His own master, Darth Plagueis, killed his own family as well. Any Sith Lord would not even, without a doubt, kill their own family. So, assuming if either Game Guy or Roy would have been a Sith Lord, and if they've been killed,
What in the world? How fast
and if the Game Guy or Roy had the Sith
He's so
Master
focused on this, but
and they've been
yeah, I
told
mean,
to kill their family,
that's
they
just
would have
horrible.
to do it. What?
I said that's just horrible. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, but if you
Yeah, me neither.
didn't, well, here's the thing: if you were a Sith Lord under a master, if you didn't obey your master, he or she would have killed you, without a doubt, without a hesitation, because you were like a pawn to them. They could always take another apprentice. They wouldn't even care if you would be in that, because you eventually would have to be killing your own master, because in order to be the master yourself, that was they believed. But in Jedi's, they don't. Eventually, you would have been taken as a Padawan by a master, but you would have been before it being picked as a Padawan. You would have been doing some tests, some sort of uh, kind of like a ritual which has been passed down for thousands of years in the order, like a combat fighting test. But here's the thing: if you were a Jedi initiate, which is they're called, or youngling, if you were not chosen as a Padawan by a knight or a master, you would eventually be assigned to something called Jedi. Uh, what's it called? Agricultural corps, meaning you were using your force powers to traveling to different worlds to help with growing plants, growing bigger or better, or something like that. But if you would have been assigned as some Padawan, you would have been a Padawan for the Master or a Knight, not for just 1 or 2 years. Some Padawans could have been
What
a
the?
Padawan up to some could
I've
have been
never
a
seen that
Padawan
before.
to as their for maybe it's 10 or 20 years, and and then you and then you will have go through something called trials of knighthood, and that is one that consists of 5 trials of tests: courage, loyalty, bravery, all some of that kind of things. And if you did pass those, you would eventually give it rank of Jedi Knight. You had to do a lot of things, accomplish a lot of things if you wanted to be a master. And when you were on Jedi Knight yourself, you would eventually do the same thing to select a Padawan. And eventually, the Padawan would eventually use the same thing. It's the same way, which has been in their order. They don't kill the
Oh,
master
goodness.
in order to be the next master themselves. They eventually
You
being
did not go through that whole thing first try. Yep. I honestly can't believe he did that first try. I'm actually impressed.
but
Top
in
heroes
this,
like should come. They don't really come with relations. Yada yada yada. Great me or
and another thing
battle.
about the Jedi
Save
Order,
shadow. Yada yada yada. Comes a complete. Okay.
as for Jedi's, they were only allowed to have one apprentice at each time, not more than that. But during the
Shadow.
first, but during the first Jedi purge, where the near where nearly the order was almost completely wiped out, but there were only a handful of survivors. Then they decided to take were allowed to take in to have 2 or 3 Padawans at the same time, because they wanted to increase their numbers as this before they were almost destroyed. And that's the same thing as for Luke's order. When he started his, he had only 12 Padawan or students. So he eventually um, summoned other survivors out in the galaxy that came forward to train. Some of the students that he had eventually became a knight. They could have taken as 4 or perhaps even as 5 Padawans. So
Ancients.
So there is eventually, you know, during the old order, it was like
Whoa,
10,000 knights in the order. And the time of, I believe, during the time of the third Jedi Purge, there was maybe as uh, around at least a few hundred Jedi's. And I always believe that if you failed to be as a Padawan, you would eventually just be kicked out. But that didn't happen. And a Jedi or a Padawan can actually leave the Order at any time. Ahsoka, Anakin's first apprentice, she did. She was even became a Jedi Knight herself, so she left the Order before then.
Nice job.
And
Thank
and
you.
Dooku, Count Dooku, he was a Jedi Master, and he left the Order just before the Clone Wars. So any Padawans or Master could leave the Order at any time they wanted to. And of course, there were always some different sects or organization within the Order. Some were dedicated to
Now I would heal.
seeking
Yeah.
knowledge, others were to destroying the dark side items or artifacts they came across. But there were actually one story from the Star Wars where a group of Jedi Masters that claimed that one of their Padawans is gonna to destroy the Order from within. So they decided to literally kill all of their own Padawans in order to prevent that. And there was like 5 Padawans, but let's say one of them actually survived. And eventually, each one of those masters did die one by one, but not by a Padawan, but themselves or other people involved. That's creepy. There were
I still
actually
can't believe you got that first try. That's just too good.
do you guys believe this could have been one Jedi that looks uh, like a dinosaur, Triceratops?
It's possible. Also, turn to Mars for a second. Go
It
3D.
is.
All right. 3D.
It's actually true because
Wait,
there is actually a Jedi
my
mask
thing's
that
not
looks
going down.
like Triceratops, similar to that, and
So
it's named
you can
Form.
go into 3D for as long as you want to now. Awesome. Yes.
How long are you going to do this stream, by the way?
What's up?
How long is the stream going to last? Since you past
Uh,
3 hour mark.
I'm not sure. I just kind of I'm letting Roy do what he wants to do now because I'm not sure what he wants to do. He just did the 100 trials first time 2 times in a row. I'm just too good at this game. That's clearly what's going on here.
I call it newbie.
You want to give the Pit of 100 Trials a try, Swedish?
Yeah, if I could. I don't even
Well,
have
you
the
have
game.
to do it twice. So, level 5. God, no. That would suck. He's getting more healing on him. So I'm not sure what Roy's going to do now.
Mm-mm.
I don't know if he wants to do the maps or not. We're just going to get some healing lamps. You never ended up using your stopwatch. Those things are busted. Hmm.
So, what is your other brother?
Don't we have saying whatever. I think he's asleep right now.
That bookworm.
Or like a sleep worm.
Assuming you
Yep, he
haven't
just-
been to the gym today.
I mean, it was raining, so
You know what's funny is? It was actually snowing today, decent amount, and later in the evening when I went to bowling, it was raining. First snow, rain.
Weather
next.
it just can't come up with his mind, dude. So you're going to chapter 8. Is that what you're doing, Roy?
I mean, what else is there to do?
Look at that door.
That door's pretty awesome.
Don't know what happened to me. I'm all over here.
Oh, hello there.
So the time has come. I think you could have skipped this dialogue if you went back to the flip side, but I'm not sure. Store is at the top of the Flopside Tower in the center of town. I'll go ahead and wait for you there. Once you prepare for the battle that awaits beyond that door, come to me. Okay, bye.
Yeah, he's gone.
Do you want to do the maps, or are you good?
Listen, I've got infinite 3D right now, so definitely worth going to the whatever it was, 100 trials. Do you find him again if you go again?
You're not doing it a third time, Roy. I refuse. Stream's long enough.
Yeah, fine.
That's up to you. If you want to do the maps, you can do the maps.
Hmm. I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure. The maps aren't that bad.
They can give you some good stuff. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe you should. I've also never seen anyone act. I've never actually beaten the Flopside 100 trials before. So seeing you do it was a really, really good. This made me so prideful.
You've never done it, really?
Yeah, I never got to it. I kind of just went to chapter 8 and just moved on.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, but you can go. You can do the maps if you want to. That's up to you.
Sure, I'll do the maps. Why not?
All right, Roy's gonna do the map. One's like 110, so at least you have 759 coins to spare.
Watch out, world! I've got infinite 3D.
And now Mario's completely busted.
It's flam, yada yada yada. I know that already. I want to buy every single map.
Every single one.
Exactly. All of them. Every single one. I don't need anything else. I just need the maps. The most important parts of this game.
Yes,
Oh boy,
the
that will
best
be taking
parts
a
of this game,
long
the
time.
maps. It depends on how fast he finds these things. He found a few already,
true.
so he's just.
I give him.
I
give
you
him.
just do 10.
I give him. I give it 5 hours.
Well, now that I've got the infinite 3D, it might not be so bad.
You've also got Dashel. You actually gained all the maps.
Yep. I've got the money.
You went from 700 coins to 339.
Thanks a lot. I'm offering to sell you another, but that was our last map, and I can't exactly say when I'll get a fresh stock either. But come again, okay?
That poor guy just wanted to give you a map, and you got every single one.
It's not my fault that all of them are ridiculously cheap. Except for that one that was like 110 for some reason.
Well,
Whatever.
I might head out to bed soon, so.
Really? You're gonna miss chapter 8.
You've got to at least see chapter 8. Chapter 8's awesome.
I want to go all the way to Flip. Where even is that?
That's in Flipside.
I'm not going all the way to Flipside. Screw that. I can always
Well-
do them later, right?
Well, I'm off. So
Alright.
see ya.
Alright. See, I want to go all the way to the fucking flip side. It's not that bad. You just have to go to the basement and you'll be fine. Are you actually gonna do the maps? I mean, at bottom, I might as well. Alright, Roy's gonna go for the maps! Well, he's gonna go for the maps he has right now. I'm assuming he's gonna go to chapter 8 after. Yeah, I don't want to do all of them. I just want to do the ones I have. Alright, so where is that? That is go to the flip side bar, because it's a flip side one too. Alright. Then all you have to do is get to there's an arcade. There's an arcade and you didn't tell me about it? To be fair, there's just a bunch of mini games. You have to see chapter 8, by the way. Chapter 8 is amazing. And I love it, and it's great, and it's fantastic. And every part of it makes me want to smile. Alright. I'm going to chapter 8. Jeez Louise, he really wants me to do chapter 8 right now. But first, I want to do the maps. Fine, you can do the maps. This guy give me some tips too. Yeah, they both give you tips. This guy gives you, like, not very important tips. Oh, listen here. That'll take you to the arcade. Oh, alright. Gotcha. Yo, check this place out. Alright, so the map said... What did the map say? It's right there. You need Fleep, right? Yeah, you need Fleep. Sweet, I got King Samber. That was totally worth it. Totally. Alright, I gotta go back to chapter 1. Oh, do me a favor? Could you go see how big the voids are in the chapters? I want to see, just out of curiosity. Alright, I can do that. Thankfully, getting there shouldn't take too long. I've got Dashel after all. Yeah! I love how fast you go with Dashel. It's great. I just love the fact that I can go into 3D and it not being a problem anymore. Trust me, there's a reason why I wanted you to do the 100 trials. It's mostly because that 3D, infinite 3D is really useful. Onward! Look at how big it is here. It is pretty big. I just killed that guy for 52 attack damage. Did you do 52? Yep, it's ridiculous. I think the cards you get, you went past it. Oh, did I? Yeah, you did. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to do that. I know what 1 is. Well, that's in the next level, isn't it? Yep. So, the maps just kind of show you an area. Why wasn't map 4 there, though? It's a little weird. They work a little weirdly, to be fair. No. Bestovius! I guess that makes sense. A few of them will be in just any old levels. A few of them will just kind of be there, and then it's pretty great. I know one location, and that's in chapter 7. I'm not sure if you want me to tell you about it or not. Nah, I might do all this. I might do all the maps, like after I beat the game or something like that. All right. Yeah, once you beat this game, there's not really much you can do. You just kind of exist. I kind of just exist. Yeah, it's just how it goes, you know? We'll get the chapters. We'll get the chapter 8. Don't worry about it. So it's right here. So specific. I think it's a little more to the right. There you go. Oh, wow. That was so worth it. Thank you for the golden leaf.
Just that.
Oh god, my ear's ringing. You alright?
Yeah, I'll be fine. It's just a raining ear. It's not like it's like the biggest deal in the world. It's been raining lately, and it's just really annoying.
Oh, come on. I just left that area. What the hell is that?
We're gonna be here a while. So put on your thinking caps because I don't know how long we're gonna be here for.
What exactly do you get for getting all the maps?
Do you want me to be honest with you?
Yeah.
You don't get anything.
Oh.
You just get whatever the game gives you.
So why is it even a thing then?
I don't know. The maps are just here because there's not really a lot of things you can do in the game.
I guess that makes sense, but yeah, I'm just gonna get the rest of the things, I guess, and then we can move on to chapter 8.
You don't have to get all the treasures.
I might as well though. I'm already here. You know what I mean? Like I'm already here. I might as well.
I guess I see your point. Yeah, just get them. Just get the ones that are in chapter 1, and then you can get the ones that are in 2 of 1.
Alright, sounds good.
Actually, you don't have to see all the things. It's so weird seeing you go 3D and it not be a problem.
Isn't it crazy? I tell you. Ain't that crazy? I tell you, man.
Oh my goodness gracious. Why did you hit that?
I don't know. I just feel like hitting it. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, by the way, that rock, yeah, that's in 1-3.
Oh, alright. So, I understand that. It's on the apple.
An apple a day. You got the Pro Bot L type!
The Probot L type. Oh, the Probot L type. Mr. L is still here in the spirit. Don't worry about it. It doesn't make any sense. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. I'm a Dracula. He's Dracula. That's just how it goes.
He's just turned into a vampire.
Mr. L's a vampire.
I wish. That would be great, but that would be a little weird, wouldn't it?
Vampire Luigi. I mean, Mr. L, obviously.
He's not Luigi at all. What are you saying?
I'm so sorry. I don't know how I didn't know that.
I need to go see. I need to go see something.
I need to go see a psychologist. I need to go find Dylan.
You're gonna have to wake him up. How much damage you do?
I do so much. I'm up here, watch out for me. I've got ridiculous amount of stuff. I don't even know what I'm saying. Look at how fast I'm going.
You're going so fast.
Don't worry about it. Look at how quickly I go.
My God. Oh boy, it's gonna be one of those days.
All right. Well, that was fun.
You just went so goddamn quick.
Listen, that's just how fast I always go.
Lies.
Where the hell is this? Oh, hello there.
You're gonna get it from the void.
Yeah, don't worry about the void in the background. Where's Fleep? There it is. Where is it? Dude!
Where?
There it is.
You got a gold bar type 3!
Nice. I didn't just get it once, I got it 3 times. I don't want this fireburst. I can sell this, right?
Yeah, you can sell it. You get a crap ton of money for it.
Sweet. Was that the one that was like 100 and something?
I don't know. It was one of them though.
Yeah, that answers my question.
I never knew how fast Dashel plus the fast flower went.
Fast flower.
That's what it's called. You got a squid card!
I did it. I'm just too good at this game.
You really are. You're the best.
Thanks, bro. I think I'm the best too.
Yeah, I'm not the best. You're the best.
I'm not the best, but yes, I am.
That sounds right.
That's what people would say. They'd be like, "No, no, you're the best," and they're like, "No, you're right."
It's like no.
Very like, oh shit! I just hit my shoe.
That poor shoe, Roy.
I can't believe it. How dare I hit that shoe?
You can get over there with wait, gee.
No, I can't. The game said no.
The game just didn't want you to do that.
It hates me though.
Why do you do 52 attack damage?
I don't know. It's weird.
Wait! The cards!
What cards?
You know the cards that you got from the Flopside? From the 100 Trials?
Yeah.
I think it doubled your attack.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I think they did.
Did they? I don't even know. Oh, jeez. Did they actually? I don't know if they did.
Why did you go into 3D?
I don't know. It's just like going into 3D. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I think it doubled your attack.
Holy shit, did it? I don't even know. I didn't even notice. Alright, where is this? Is this right here? It looks like it.
I didn't think you were actually going to go for the thing, by the way.
I just felt like doing it.
What did you get? You got a Fractale card!
Nice. You're gonna sound that excited every time I get a card?
Yes.
Nice.
I gotta say it like that. It's just how it goes.
How fucking big the void is here.
Yeah, you just do 52 attack damage. I don't know why.
I think you're right, actually. I think it actually like increased my attack, which is wild.
I mean, that's what catch cards do. They increase the damage you're dealt to enemies if you get them.
My god, that's ridiculous, though. There's so many friggin' thingy bobbers. Do I have to go to chapter 2 just to get this stupid thing?
You don't have to if you don't want to.
I'm already here. I might as well get it. I mean, I might as well get 2-1 too.
Alright. That's up to you, though. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it.
I might as well. I'm already at 1-4 and I got nothing else to do, so I might as well.
Alright. Are you actually going to do all the maps, though? Because they're kind of obnoxious.
In that case, I won't do all of them. I'll do the ones I have, and then I'll just move on.
Alright.
I'll go to chapter 8.
You're going to do it without Swedish?
This fall for leaving.
Does it? I mean, he can always just watch the stream back, so it's not a big deal. At least Malachite will see it.
Yeah.
If he's even still here. Malachite.
I want to see something.
I don't think you can fit in there as Bowser.
That's not what I wanted to see. I wanted to see if doing that increased my attack for Bowser.
Oh, I'm not sure. I've never actually gotten the Flopside one, so I'm not sure what happens.
Yeah, it's 3D. Understandable. I keep thinking I have to like wait for 3D, but then I don't because I have the Infinite now. Yeah, you can actually. I can actually just kind of exist. Get the. Thank you. You can do this in 3D. 3D. Let's do it in 3D. 3D. Oh, they don't even hurt you in 3D. I can't even go on top of these things, dude. I've never actually seen this in 3D. I'm learning so much. Are we actually gonna go chapter 8 though? I'm not sure. You can if you want to. Yeah, I might as well. I mean, I want to see chapter 8. Alright. Once we get there, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to do some things though. Alright. Because I gotta figure out the camera. I have to, because you don't know how it works, and technology is just the best around, so the batteries in my remote are doing something. I understand. You can stop now. I get to check out if Bowser has the double damage too or not. Wouldn't it be quadruple damage? Because it already does double. I guess. Alright, so where the heck... What am I looking at here? Is that the beginning? No, it's in front of some Cirques. Some Cirques? Some Cirques. Like right here, I'm pretty sure. You got a card! Merlumina! I legitimately love that. Merlumina. I've never pronounced her like that, but I think it sounds really nice. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to do chapter 8, then you can. You can if you want to, but like, that's up to you. I might as well get the one that's in 2-1. Alright. So you're gonna go to chapter 8? Yeah, you know what? Sure, I'll do chapter 8. We're always gonna do chapter 8. Well, I'm gonna do part of chapter 8. I'm probably gonna do like the first level, and then I'll probably say then. Then? Yeah, it's like the opposite of when. Oh, I need Peach Fat. Or you need Luigi. Can Luigi make it over there? Yeah, if you know what you're doing, you can just super jump over there. Look how big it is! Oh my goodness gracious. It's a big friggin' void. I want to see some. Holy shit, you did the 104! Yeah, I'd like to think that Bowser got the thing too. What does Bowser get it? He's already overpowered as it is. Because Bowser just needs that extra oomph. Are you ready to answer those questions again? Do I have to? No, you don't have to if you don't want to. Can I? No, you can't. Alright, I thought for a second I had to. Ha! I got hit in the face by a cheap. I mean, a piranha plant. That is not a cheap. I don't know why I said cheap. Ignore me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I've never played this game. Leave me alone. That's no excuse. Five push-ups for saying that. Yeah, I just do 26 damage. That's just ridiculous, dude. Why do I do so much? It's the cards. I'm like 90% sure it's the cards. Is it? Yeah. I know. My damn batteries need a damn recharge, but the thing is, I don't have any damn time. No, you're gonna go super slow. And I ran out of breath to say that. The void is extra big in this area. Okay. You gotta do that every time, don't you?
Listen, it's a thing now. I did it once, and I have to do it again.
All right, where the hell is this map? I mean, the map. No, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Where the hell is that, dude? I don't even understand.
Oh, look, you're asleep!
That's bad. I sleep to get health back.
Oh, sweet, you got a Peachy Peach.
I don't even need this, do I?
No, you don't. But it does look like a butt.
It's like right here, right?
And of course, you got a first try.
I got a shooting star. I don't need this leaf anymore. It can leave me alone.
You just said that. That just escaped your lips. Look at my arms! Luigi's having a good time.
Just turned into a freaking ballerina for a second there.
Alright, so you're gonna do chapter 8?
I'm gonna do part of chapter 8, like I said. Yeah.
Alright. We're always gonna do some of chapter 8.
First, I want to get rid of this gold bar times 3. I don't really need it.
Alright. Sounds good to me. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Chapter 8 is I'd like to say it's my favorite chapter.
Really?
Yeah, it's up there. I wanted to show Swedish, but you were really, you were damn set on doing the maps, so we left.
275! That's right, buddy. I'm gonna get rich.
So good!
I like to think that gold would be good.
I mean, to be fair, this coin's literally just giant circles of gold, so why is it worth so much?
Stop telling me my things are running low, dude. I know. Here's Carrie. I gained an appreciation for her.
You didn't have one before.
No, I did. It's just, I don't know. I don't know why I said that.
Fair enough.
I wish there was a way to get from downstairs from the flip side, the basement of flip side to the basement of flop side.
That would be nice, yeah, but
I might as well save here. The batteries in my thingy, my bobber, are running low. Oh no, I'm screwed. How dare I do it?
you don't care.
No, not really. I'm so, I don't even know.
Also, I think I took your dialogue before.
That's all right.
A door? I think you were Norlim.
Was I?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. This is the final door. 8 pure hearts versus the dark prognosticus. Castle Black awaits.
There was something on the last page of the Like Prognosticus. Only those who have not abandoned hope can turn back the prophecy of doom. They walk forward into the future, no matter how dark and uncertain it may be.
I guess you're just gonna go behind us. Don't worry about that. You have fought all this way because you believe the future is bright. I can't go through this door with you, but I send you with all the hope in my heart. I can't talk.
I know that you can do it. I too believe it in my heart. Oh yeah, we got this. We're super duper. Thank you, both of you.
Leave it to us.
Are we gonna group hug enough pep talks, Gramps? I'm doing this for me. That's it. Tippy, I don't know what is in your mind, but if this is too hard for you, please feel free to stay behind. No, I'm going. I've decided. I must do this. Tippy, if your memory returns. Tippy, you've changed much. You've grown so strong. Even though you're the exact same butterfly as before, but we won't worry about that. So, be sure to return safely to me. That is an order. I will, Marlene. Maybe. Let's go. Let's defeat Count Black. Let's save all these worlds from destruction. Sounds good to me.
One last shake. And hurry, for the worlds may not have such much more time. I can't talk. My words. They're blurs.
They're blurs.
In that black span and nothing, you will find Castle Black. You may face battles harder than any of you have endured thus far. I just did the 100 trials twice. Shut up. I know what I'm doing. No, I didn't expect you to say shop. I just did that twice. I don't want to go through it a third time. If you feel ready to face the challenge, then please go forward. No, I'm just gonna run away. I tell you. What do you say? But do not underestimate the power complex. Gather hope in your hearts. Gather the light of the pure hearts around you. Let them protect you. If you're not, you can do it. I believe in you all. Am I actually gonna do this? Am I gonna go through that door? Is that gonna happen? Am I gonna do that? Is that about to transpire? Am I about to do that for the greater good of everybody in the world? And I can't believe I'm gonna do it. No, I'm not. I'm gonna run away back to Flopside. You're gonna go back. I want to see the void in chapter 3 and 7. I think. I'm not sure. It's yeah. So there's gonna be a thing in chapter 8 where you go back in all the worlds. You don't get to see the void in chapters 3 and 7. So yeah. All right. I want to see the void in 3. I think you can in 3, but just in case, I want to see it. Chapter 3-1. It's good enough for me to go inside of. I could always see the void in the thing. You can. That's how good I am at this. There it is. Oh my goodness gracious. It's gigantinormous. Gigantinormous. I like how chapter 1 has a bigger. Look at that void. It's great. Yeah, so go to chapter 7. You can only see it in the thing. What do you mean? You can only see it in the over there. So you have to go to 7-3. Alright. But I'm not beat. Oh, whoops. They didn't want to go to 7-1. Wrong chapter. I know. I don't even know what I'm saying. I didn't mean to press that. My button just said, you know what? Do you want to use a return pipe? Yes, I do. Question, could you go back to Flipside, like, when you first showed up in chapter 7? No, you can't. Alright, that's what I thought. 7-3. I'd like to mention that both of the 100 trials only took an hour. Oh my god, seriously? That's not even that long. Yeah, the voice pretty big here too. Alright, I just wanted to see it one more time before we went to chapter 8. Does chapter 8 not have a void? Did you hear the dialogue? You're going. Well, actually, I'll let you decide that one. I'm gonna assume yes. Look how friggin' big it is here. It's almost as big as it was in chapter 6. Yeah, Flipside's getting close. Poor Flipside. It didn't deserve this. So, before we get into chapter 8, I just want to ask you this. How much do you like this game? Like, out of a 1 to 10? I'd say this is an 8. Alright, why isn't it not a 10? Well, if only because here's the thing. This is a really good game, and I definitely see why you like it so much. Thing is, it has a great story, and I like it, and it's really good. But the thing is, I don't know, there's just the fact that the pixels don't really say anything, and like outside of what they say, and like you don't really find out about complex past until like chapter 7. It's just like I don't know. Yeah, but the overall story and the actual game is fun, right? Yeah, I like it. It's a good game. Like I'm not gonna say it's a bad game. It's a great game. I can definitely see why someone like you would like it so much. Yeah, I'm probably the guy. I 100% am biased to the extreme about this game. Oh, the nice music is gone. I mean, that makes sense. They're still here, though. All right, now press up, and you shall be into chapter 8. All right, to chapter 8 I go. Mario, Princess Peach, Bowser, Luigi, be strong. This is the raw music. And you too, Tippy. I can't take this seriously because this is the raw music that's supposed to be playing in this moment. Damn. After finding every pure heart, the band of heroes set up for Castle Black. The stakes were high as the ominous void grew larger and the end drew near. Can Mario and friends stave off the inevitable and overturn the prophecy? What strange twists of fate awaited Tippy and Count Black? These thoughts plagued the minds of our heroes as the curtain rose on the final act. Chapter 8! Chapter 8. The Impending Darkness. Oh, we're back here. Look at that. And Luigi's here. So here we are at last. Count Black's castle. Oh my god. Holy shit. I love it. Welcome to chapter 8. Oh my goodness. Yeah, what? Yes! Count the Pit Black is a deep inside this castle, and I'm so excited to see him. Thanks, Luigi. So Blue Mary is here. Never mind. We better get going. Okay. Now, is Luigi gonna be looking good in this? No, he is not. So give me 1 second. I gotta do some things. Alright. Yo, check out this music. Dynamics looking good. Move Luigi for me. Yeah, dynamic looks good. I want to check some things out. Alright. Movie. Also looks pretty good. Custom. Custom looks the best. Alright, I think we're good. Alright. It's bright. Ooh. Just look going to 3D. I'll go forward. Oh, look at it! Oh, look at it! Oh, it's so good! Oh my goodness gracious! Ah! Look at that detail. Look at how good it looks! Ah, it's so good! I get goosebumps every time. I don't care. Every time I see it, it's so good. Oh, look at that! Look at how good it looks! Ah! Oh, it's so good. Calm down, bro. I'm sorry. It's this castle is just excellent. I can't take it. It's so good. Ah! I get every time I see it. It's so good. Oh my goodness gracious. It's so good. Ah, it's so good. Every time. All right, Macau apparently has an orgasm. I do not have that. My goodness. It does look pretty good, though. Go to 3D. I need to see it. I need to see it right now. All right. Check this place out in 3D. Oh, every time. It's like a hug from a parent. I don't even know what that means. I'm sorry. It's so good. Place looks amazing, and it's so this you just black I don't even know. My brain is every time I see this place, I can't take it. My brain is just it can't handle how good it looks. Oh, it's so good. I love this. I love it. I love it. There's no better way to say it. There's no worse way to say it. I just love it. I'm in love with it. I will always love it. Every single time I see it, it makes me want to. It makes me want to smile. Also, can you go into 3D? Sure. All right, I can do that. I didn't expect that reaction out of you. Every time I see this area, I'm sorry. It's too good. It's so good. It's so good. It is so good. It's, it's, it's perfection. Perfection. It's perfection. It's perfection at its finest. Every time I see it, it's so good, and I love it, and I want to love it for the rest of my life. And it's just, you really just can't go wrong with it. There's a reason why Chapter 8 is my favorite chapter. Because it looks like this. Because it just this detail that you cannot find anywhere else. It's just so good. Ah! All right, calm down, fanboy. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just every time I get to this place, it's just so good. Even when you're playing it and I'm just watching, it's the excellency of this well-defined, amazing, crafted area. It's just I love it. I love it so much. It's so good. And plus, I mean, come on. You can't go wrong with a place like this. Oh my goodness gracious. You really like this area, huh? It's not my fault. I love this area so much. It's just it's perfect. Perfect. This right here, this is perfection. I wish Malachi were here right now. I wish he could see this. I wish he could see this castle right now because this is what I was waiting for. This is my moment. All right, calm down. I'm sorry. I love the series so much. It's a personal favorite. Yeah, I got a stopwatch. Yeah, I got a long last chick that I'm never gonna need because I already have better. I want that stopwatch, dude. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, I love it. And the music it makes it even better. The music is so good in this area. It's everything. I never seen him so happy to be in an area before. Look at this guy. I love being able to actually kill these guys without it being a problem, though. I'm gonna explode into happiness in a second. I need to increase this music because it is so good. I love the music. I love how it looks. I love how much detail is in it. I love everything. It's so good. And I never seen you so happy before. I love it. I wish I was playing right now so I could just enjoy this, but I'm not. I definitely didn't expect it to literally throw you into the void, though. That's what I love the most about it. The fact that it's the void. That just immediately you're in the void, in his castle, going after his minions in his castle, in his thing. So good. Oh my goodness gracious. I love it. 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 I love everything about it. I love every single ounce of it. Oh, it's so good. Okay, well, calm down about being in this area. Oh, these enemies though. There's a ton, yeah. I mean, this is the last area. What do you expect? I guess that's true. Get out of here. Come on, man, Jacobus. Malachite, I wish you were here. At least, like, in the thing.
Kid.
Alright, it's back. Look at this castle. Look at how much was into it. Look at how detailed it is. Oh, it's so good! Alright, well, man was about it. I smell, okay.
It looks like you're. It looks like you're walking on a darkened chalkboard. Don't get me wrong. That's exactly what it looks like. A darkened.
It kind of look like that. Seriously? You're one of my own minions. Why are you attacking me? The bird was my black, remember? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Okay. Come on, am I gonna die here and not die in the 100 trials? I seriously can't believe you actually managed to get through that without it being a problem. You're not gonna save? Oh, man, was that save? I didn't even notice. And downstairs! That's a lot of stairs. Alright, I want to save. Save. Yeah, I know there's not enough battery in my thing. The next area might be the boss. Oh, is it? Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't want you to do the bosses without Swedish being around. I feel like that's not really fair to him. Yeah, at least do the first one. I don't know if that goes to the boss or not. I'll check. If it does, then I guess we can just... Whoa, what the heck? Nice jump, by the way. I'm just so glad that I can actually go into 3D and not be a thing. Yeah, it's the boss. Alright. So, are we gonna end it off here, or what's gonna happen? I mean, that's up to you. Do you want to wait until, like, next time? Yeah, sure. Alright, then. Well, I got the fanboy about the area for maybe, like, a few minutes. So I guess we're gonna end it off. Well, we're gonna end super off here. You know what I mean? It's gonna be great. So I guess next time we're gonna do the boss. Yep. Seriously though, that area, I love it. I love it so much. Oh, it's so good. I'll always love it. It's so good. All right, you can stop now. I know. I just can't. It's too good. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time when we do Super Paper Mario again, and then I actually beat the game. Well, somewhat beat the game, not like 100%, but you know what I mean. All right, I can wait for Chapter 8. Exactly. I want Swedish to see it because I think he'd like it. Anyway, so yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Bye. Bye.
Bye.